energy drink. We're going to go do it on the podcast right now.
That's
She was
literally
like,
something
ha, ha,
that
ha.
would never come
And
up
that
in a
was
million
it.
years
And then she
unless
got an email
No,
after
it's
that.
so scary. I sent Brandon something the other day, and then
I
on
just
his
let it happen. I
Instagram,
don't care
there was an
anymore.
ad for
All
it.
right, guys.
Yeah.
Looks like we are live.
So,
we're
always
live.
talk about the rag
All right.
company.
We're
and
live.
Great microfiber
Apparently,
prices
wow,
when
the
you talk to your
screen's
loved
changing.
ones.
Plug.
Man, we have
Commercial
so much fun here, guys. Oh my
Oh,
god.
I love
okay,
the dark
so
theme.
Do we have a little bit of fun?
okay, now I
Are
can
we
see
ready?
all the comments. So if we're live,
Tim,
are we live?
All right.
Okay.
I heard him
so,
yell.
Yep.
Tim, how many friends do we have watching? Do we have a feed coming up here on our phones?
I think we've
And
got
Dane, I thought you'd be pulling your phone
I
out
can
to
pull
watch
it
it.
up on my phone.
Shows
here.
22 people right now.
All right,
all
sweet.
right. Just
And
getting
up to
warmed up.
31.
All right, guys.
there we go.
All right, guys. Are we going? Are we on?
All right.
Are we playing?
Good luck,
Are we-
everyone. We're live.
Okay. Screen's not up. There we go. All right. Hey, guys. What's going on? Welcome to the Thursday Q&A here at the Rag Company. Dane is just pulling up the feed on his phone so he can keep in time with everything. We're actually got to see it right here.
They're all
So
excited. No audio clip.
hope you guys had a happy new year.
Yeah.
Hope all your evenings were safe and you got to see some cool fireworks maybe.
Heck yeah.
Maybe got to kiss some people.
Yeah.
That was probably nice. Maybe you got to eat some blood sausage like Anthony did.
I did eat some blood sausage. It was kind of weird.
Hopefully, by
Did you
kissing
like
someone,
that I
it
knew
didn't
that?
taste like blood
Yeah.
sauce.
Were you
That'd be a
surprised by
little
that?
weird.
I wasn't surprised by it because I sent you a picture and I was like, well, there it is.
Yeah, that's
There
why I was
you
very
go.
excited to see it.
So I had a very ethnic New Year's
Excellent.
time. It was a good
It
time.
looked like
So-
you had a good time with fireworks being used very haphazard.
Yes, yeah. Drinks were
Up in the
involved.
mountains.
So on Q&A Thursdays, what do we do here? We answer detailing-related
Yep.
questions, towel-related questions, or just really questions about anything involving the Rag Company. So,
So you got
true.
me, Levi, Anthony,
Yep.
Morgan, and Dane at your disposal. So we're going to knock through some of these because we got to build up. Apologies for everybody. But our old buddy Ed Iverson, anyone bring their troll traps today? The troll you had to endure last time was quite an award winner. I'll bet that was Amy Wilson's brother from the 1129 Q&A. Ed, I agree.
I
think
that
you're right.
folks
That guy
are
was
paying attention and
that guy
keeping
was a
track.
troll.
I like
makes
that
me
people.
happy.
I like that people are remembering the names and the time of that Q&A session.
great.
That's amazing.
Oh, man.
Maybe they're going to have some biscuits and talk to the queen after,
Yeah.
or some muffins and talk to the queen. So
Where's our
Quality.
toast at, by the way?
yeah,
Where's,
we don't have any toast.
we
for
need
They
this.
toast.
stole the toaster and took it downstairs.
All right. Hansie, Happy New Year's, guys and girl. Hope you guys had a great New Year's celebration. Would any of you use the Big Red Big App Sponge for spreading OptiSeal? Well, let's soak up too much product. You will have a Big Red Sponge soaked in OptiSeal when you're done. So no, Hans, don't do that.
Yeah.
I love the, looks like you got your Wash Wednesday shirt on
Heck yeah, dude.
there in your photos. That's pretty
Nice.
cool. Ed, I heard you all mention there may be some forthcoming open house opportunities this year. Would there be a chance of an OPT training course involved? Yes.
Yeah. Absolutely.
We didn't get to do one this year. We did one last year, so we probably will do one this year. It will be really good. Excited. We just got to get the dates. I got to reach out to Ivan and Adam Huber and see what we can do.
Don't sell yourself short, Levi. You're an RT.
Technically, I am an RT, so we may be doing some. We're going to be doing some CD in a day events and some RT events. So we'll put those on the schedule as well. So
All right, so here we go. OPT Anders, hi from Sweden, and thanks for a great show you always deliver.
Thank
now the
you.
question, why bead maker? And what's the benefit of against other similar things out there?
You guys use it more than just about anybody.
well, because it tastes like Fisherman's Friend Tropical.
That's
It goes
that's
down
a
easy.
niche experience.
That's probably
I
not
no.
the answer.
maybe
So,
broaden it up.
It's inexpensive. It's easy to use. It feels like nothing else on the planet once it's cured.
Yeah.
There's literally no product on the market that feels as slick right now.
That's true. We have been
People
searching.
see the
There's
word
just
spray
nothing.
There's
sealant
nothing.
and think it's like all those other ways. It just there's
And-
something that feels different about
And
it.
it's non-SiO2 based.
Big deal.
So for those, everybody else has SiO2s or they add that. This is just a good old-fashioned polymer sealant that sticks and is so slick. So slick. Not even funny. So that's it in a nutshell. That's why it's good. It's cheap, it's easy, it's fast, and it feels amazing. So
Yeah. So here we go. Happy New Year from Danny Israel. We have at 15 millimeter Adam, a 15 millimeter Adams polisher arrived for Christmas. Congratulations on the polisher. I had a Harbor Freight with LC flat pads. How important are HDO pads on long throw, and where do the waffle pads fit in?
just fine.
Yeah.
Literally just grab yourself some 5-inch waffles and throw them on your 15.
So
and go to town.
well, one of the
the
biggest issues.
HDOs were designed for it.
Correct. So one of the biggest issues with the waffles, previously to this newer generation of this new backing pad material they have, is that when under too much heat, that actual Velcro would separate from the back of the pad with a long throw machine because it would develop a lot of heat. I would say the newest version from Lake Country has been a lot better.
It still has a heat retention issue.
Yeah.
So
I
it
think that
will
could be
heat up a lot.
It could be still to just the depth
It's
of that
too much
pad,
foam,
right?
yeah.
It's too much foam.
They generate, and foam, people don't seem to understand, foam generates a lot of heat very quickly.
Yeah.
And the HDO was designed, and that's why it's got a dual cell form, is that the gray helps absorb that heat
Yeah, it's-
and allow the orange to keep its shape.
Because it's denser, so when you
Yeah.
feel that gray portion, it's actually thicker and it's harder
Yeah.
to push down. But the orange still has that
Yeah.
that lighter.
But you
feel
can
to it.
use a waffle pad on there. I always recommend maybe make sure you're using a pad washer, make sure you're using some air,
Yep.
and keep that pad cool. And really watch it because it's easy to go too far and get that pad hot.
Like I keep my speed slow with a waffle pad, and I get incredible cut with keeping it slow. I mean, especially with using last cut or using like hyper polish.
Yeah, it doesn't like 5. Keep it in the 3 range.
Yeah. And you'll see what I mean, but like the actual finished product that you get, fill the paint after you're done with, going at a speed setting of 3, you'll find that you will keep the heat down, and it will correct pretty damn fast.
Yeah.
I will point out quickly to episodes of Detox. There's a cool polishing episode that's really great, and there's actually a kind of the Wide World of Polishing episode that's from way back when we did our first things with Ivan there. It's really
we got
great.
details with Levi where we use a pad washer, we use an orange waffle, we use a polisher.
So go check
all
out
that
our
stuff.
Detox series. It definitely covers more of that.
Yeah. Matt Lyons, I heard on the last Q&A that the BRS is supposed to stay wet to extend its life. Do I just leave it in Tupperware with water and O&R, or is it a better option? Simple, dude. Just leave it in your bucket of O&R, even if it's dirty water. Just leave it in there.
Yeah.
It's not going to hurt anything.
No.
You just rinse it out. You can rinse it out, put a little dishwashing detergent on it, clean it out, rinse it out. Sponge will stay fine. It just has to stay in O&R, period. So what I usually do is I fill my bucket up, go to wash my car with the big red sponge in it, and then just leave it in the bucket until the next week when I go to wash my car. If my water isn't all that bad, I just wash my car again.
Yeah.
If the water is either really low or very dirty, then I dump the bucket, wash out my sponge, fill it back up, and put the sponge back in. Use it the same way. So easy. Just keep it in the O&R. Very
I will
simple.
say, if you're an infrequent, washer or something like that, my go-to move is put some O&R mixture into a Ziploc bag.
Yeah.
Put like a gallon bag. You need room for the sponge, and just put some in there. It keeps the sponge happy, and it's safe in pretty much an airtight bag.
Yeah, and you can throw it in your dry bucket
easy.
if you need to.
Yeah.
So, Hans, I have a follow-up on the Matthews Lyons question. Does it have to be O&R or can it be clean water? O&R, please. It loves O&R.
Here we go. So, Relentless X18 says,
Bringing it back to the fourth question.
does O&R completely remove traffic film from paint, as it is important to have a clean surface before moving on to decon polish, seal the paint? Thanks for answering my question.
So again, folks, no such thing as traffic film. It's a dirty car.
That upsets some folks, but the
So
reality
all you got to
is
do
it's a dirty car.
is
What do you mean?
pre-soak.
What's the difference between dirt from the road and just dirt
It's
from
road
the
grime.
air?
It's road grime.
Wait, so
There's a lot of
Yeah,
names for
it's
it.
It's
but
just
we-
dirt. It's
yeah.
just dirt and grime on your car.
just-
And if it's a dirty car, you wipe it off. Traffic film isn't invisible.
I think
folks.
traffic film is just it's dirt you get. It's dirt from traffic, but
But it gets kicked
But
up
it's
on the side of the
dirt
car
from-
because you're driving it anyway.
it's dirt from.
You're driving in a rainy day. You're driving in a you got
Well, I like racetrack
muriatic app.
film. I prefer racetrack film rather than traffic film.
Oh, I see how you
I
are
also-
tracked in, bro.
Parking garage film is the worst. That's the stuff you really got to watch out
basically,
for.
it's a word that describes a niche within something that's just a bigger picture. It's going to be the same stuff.
dirty-
unless it's like
Yeah, well-
It's
railway
like in the words
fallout.
of Homer Simpson, why do you need a car wash when you can just drive around in the rain?
Yeah, well,
are
garage
people out
film
there
is my
who-
preferred film. If I was to
You like
have any
garage film?
I like
Yeah.
garage film. It's
But
pretty nice.
not to be totally mocking. It's a dirty.
It's literally a term for a dirty car.
So
So
yes, O&R.
you can
Cleans
use O&R if you pre-soak with O&R. You can pre-soak with OptiClean in the winter.
Yep.
You can pre-soak with an all-purpose cleaner like Power Clean
Yeah.
to remove a dirty film on a car. Now, for those of you that don't seem to understand, up here in the north, we have snow, we have ice, we have salt, we have de-icer on the roads. And if you drive up any of the mountain roads, you get a lot of that on the surface of the car, on the side of the car. It turns white. Is that traffic film? To what our folks in Texas think is traffic film with oily water?
Some folks like.
Technically, mountain traffic film. That's what that is.
Yeah.
Are they thinking like road
Or
oil?
like your drive up to Bogus on a melting day when you get all that slush, or you drive down to Utah
It's
and
a
you come
dirty
back. It's a dirty car,
And
right?
you-
Your
you
car's
clean
filthy,
it.
so you wash it.
You take whatever steps are necessary to clean that.
I think
within
we
reason.
did a Wash Wednesday at Rupes in Colorado in the end of winter, and we used a product to remove the de-icer that was all over the road on the car. Was that traffic film?
Yeah.
Okay, we've
So,
got on that long enough. Basically, don't get
yes,
hung up
it'll
on
work.
semantics.
Just use a pre-soak of some sort to
Yes.
break it down. That's it. You can use O&R, you can use Power Clean, you can use OptiClean. Hell, you can use any other product you want.
degreaser.
Plain and simple, man.
followed
It's a dirty
by
car.
Your cleaning method.
So, Hansie, I have a 3x5 Eagle applicator that is a little stiff. What I really like, are there other color options coming in the future? So you like it stiff, but you want a different color. No other colors, dude. We only make blue. Matthew, it has to live in O&R. The O&R keeps the sponge softer. Correct, Matt. Good work. Cory.
Here we go. Towels are done after C-quarts, but okay after reload if washed right away. What about Essence and Gliss? Hit the bin or just wash them right away and good to go. Pearl Weave for CQ and Gliss.
Cory, make sure you take all your towels, regardless of what product you're using. Everything that you described there has SiO2 in it.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really matter the concentration of SiO2. It's still SiO2 on a microscopic surface.
Yeah.
And if I were you, I would soak all those towels immediately.
Yeah, I
just soak any of them
just
and reuse them.
throw 'em in a bucket
You don't
of
have to
water.
throw those towels that you
No.
coated a car with.
Yeah, I mean, the sooner you go about. I mean, it's like instant insurance rather than sitting there. Because by the time you're questioning it and Google searching it and thinking, "Do I do this with the towels?" It's already been too long. Just throw them in a bucket of water and call it good.
Yeah.
Okay, so here we go. So tell Matt Mormon to let them go.
No, you forgot the rag
Oh,
coming
sorry. Well, that's
okay.
us.
There we go. Sorry, that's why we were live. All right.
Tell Matt Mormon to let them go do the podcast.
I don't know what that means, but that's funny.
So Russell Hagee says, haha.
because of our question up here that we
More
were on the
phone.
phone with customers.
Oh,
He was
yeah,
saying
yeah.
it was Matt.
Oh, yeah, probably was. Who knows?
I was texting Matt beforehand because we are going to go visit him when we leave for Orlando next week.
Oh my gosh! So Han says, "Stop messing around, bro. Tell me about the IK foamer before it ends up in the woods," as Matt would say.
They are pretty woods around.
Yeah,
this
so
house.
I did text him and said Anthony will give him a crash course personally when we're there next Sunday at his house.
To just,
So,
yeah,
if we
I
need
just
to.
need
So
to
we'll
lay
see
it
what
out
happens.
and show him how to use those things. I mean, I need to show a lot of people how to use those things. I guess the videos
crying face.
don't only go so far.
I
don't
think
know.
there's
I'm
people
not
who think
sure.
we do something like fake or magical with the IK sprayers to make them work on our videos. They literally just work for us because we've had enough practice with them. You figure out the dilutions and stuff. Once you get the hang of it, it kind of has a character of its own, like a car does. I mean, once you know what you're doing with it, it's pretty straightforward. But that's Anthony.
Yeah.
I mean, he has more experience with them than any of us.
Dude,
And really,
I can just grab any one. Doesn't matter what tip is on it, and just hand it to me, and I can just go for it and make it happen. But I understand that there's so many variables out there when it comes to creating the foam. I get it. So it's
and some people just get frustrated.
Morgan, do you want to
That's
read the
okay.
next four?
Oh yeah.
Under
which one
Ed.
Just
are we
keeping
at?
track of the
I'm
live
trying
stream.
to
She's
get
not
back to
distracted
where
by
we
her
are.
phone.
Just under
that's what
here.
it looks like.
Okay, so the good news is you always know where Matt stands. I love his honesty.
he is an honest
Yes.
guy.
Very
There's
honest.
no denying that. Yeah.
He does tell it to us straight.
Yep.
And Luke says, tell them to get off the phone.
Thanks, Luke.
Oh, that's
Oh.
back. Okay, so just so everybody knows why we keep going, it's because the screen goes away. I talked to Tim on the other side. It only happens when he's scrolling down to show us the next
okay.
comments.
So now
So
we're
it's
up here.
okay.
Okay. Callers should have asked their questions on the podcast. True.
Dylan Von Kleist said he was going to. He goes, "I'll just call you on the podcast," because we were going to talk. And he's like, "I'll just call you at 3." And I was like, "I'll be doing live Q&A." He's like, "Well, I'll just call in." Ha ha ha. So
You could.
I was like, "I probably won't be able to talk to you."
All right, so here we go. So business comes first. Without the business income, nothing else happens. That's
You're
true.
right. We got customers.
That's true. We gotta stay on top of it. So Han says, "True love, true."
Love it when he's doing
true.
stuff.
Love it. Okay,
It doesn't work.
Need some comments. Yeah, there we go. It doesn't
True
work
love.
though. He shows so much emotion, frustration. I almost get frustrated too. Yeah, I could see that happening.
What
Yeah,
did you say there,
He said
Anthony?
frustrated again.
He said
Yes.
frustrated.
Can you read that again?
I said frustrated.
You said frustrated. You totally
Say
missed
it
the
enough
R.
times he'll get more frustrated.
No, I don't know what you guys are talking
All
about.
right.
You guys are crazy.
Said, I bet it's actually George up to some antics. Yes. Hans, we love it because we've all been there. George put down the Mark III. Ha 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 ha. Thanks, Ed.
Been having
Hans,
some
yeah,
fun.
for sure. Jamie, I personally interested in hearing how Levi likes his detailing stool cart. Me too. I have a rack attack. Maybe there would be a comparison contrast. Hans, question is, does his Pepsi container fit on the cup holder? I have not tested this 44-ounce
That is
cup on that.
Who is
Colossal.
going to test? Who's interested?
But I
in-
will tell you this. I have not used it since my video, but I do have a detail coming in this weekend, and I am going to use it then.
nice.
I have a white Acura TL with black leather
Woo!
that is immaculate.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to detail it anyway because it's my buddy Wayne who likes his stuff really clean.
I
So,
like that.
Can't argue with that.
So it'll be a nice, easy detail this
Yeah.
weekend. Not something too bad. So no audio click. You're right. New Bird Box challenge: polishing out a car in 25 minutes or less while wearing a blindfold. I
Oh,
can
man.
do that, Corey.
That would be.
I can do that.
I love how people are like bothered by the fact that your one step is that time.
Jamie, did you close the deal? It was a gentleman downstairs who wanted to buy an Aiki foamer and a multi
Yeah.
and a bottle of car wax and a bottle of Optimum car wash soap and one twist and shout towel.
He was our second customer of the day.
Second
downstairs.
customer of the day downstairs. And he had emailed Jeff almost 2 months ago about how he was going to come in. So he finally came in.
That
so it
is
was awesome.
that is some real good.
But really
forewarning.
cool guy. We walked, both Anthony and I walked down. He's like, I recognize you guys from the videos. So it's fun to have
I
that.
love this
That's
no
always
clicking
fun.
sound. It's going to be a good show. It
is.
is.
Yeah, that's
gonna
right,
be
Martin.
A good show.
It feels like
Yeah,
a
thanks,
good
Marvin.
show.
Ed, where's George? He is directly downstairs.
He's right below us,
Right below
actually.
us.
Literally.
We need to bring him. We need to find a home for him because
He's kind of hanging out
He's just
guarding
gonna
the
be
bathrooms.
like the creeper hanging over.
He's
our
literally
shoulder here.
guarding the
Yeah.
bathrooms.
He's a big guy, but he keeps freaking us out because we see this figure whenever we walk by, and
He's
we're
very
like,
large.
We're like, what is that?
And it's
I'm
just
like,
a
"Oh, it's
face that
George."
looks somewhat
Yeah.
angry.
Yeah. Yes, you're live. Hope all is well. Happy New Year's, John Bamson. So I'm thinking about going to a local dealerships to offer ceramic coatings on new car purchases. Any ideas I could use to sell it? Yes, John, get in touch with Adam Huber. I believe it's Adam Huber at opticoat.com. And
Wanna
he will
confirm.
put you in touch with, or you can hook up with Dan, DANN, at opticoat.com. And Optimum actually has a dealership program that they can help you with. So get in touch with them. They'll be able to help you out, get all the stuff you need. They could even go down and help you set up the dealership or whatever you want to do. So talk to Dan or Adam about it. So I assume it's Adam at opticoat.com or Adam H at opticoat.com and then Dan, DANN.
If not, you can certainly
Dan's so
call
nice, they
and
end
get
him
their
twice.
emails that
They
way.
did.
So what's the best microfiber towel to apply and remove bead maker or detail sprays?
Personal preference, but I know there are some
I like the
popular choices.
FTW.
FTW. See, that's a unique choice. I don't think a lot of people would think of
Yeah.
that, but it works.
Speaking of, I need to buy another gallon. I'm out.
Do you? I'm almost out.
I'll tell you, God mode, the 1.5 multi, burns a lot of product.
I'm sure it does.
How about you,
drinks.
Anthony?
I have. I don't know. I got about a fourth of a gallon left.
Oh no, I
And-
was thinking of like bead maker, what you use to.
Oh, towels. Oh,
Yeah, that's the question.
it is the question. No, I've been using a couple different ones. I really been liking the creatures on Bead Maker on the pleasure side. It feels really, really good. I agree with Levi. The FTW is amazing in terms of just that feel.
It's very smooth.
That low pile feel. But the Eagle is always a go-to. I mean, if you're looking for something plush and you're looking for something to kind of finesse the paint, I like that. Morgan, what do you like?
I like the Eagle specifically because I like how it matches the bead maker.
Also
Okay.
fun.
So I feel
Yeah.
like very put together when I'm like, here's my orange towel.
Morgan is aesthetically driven,
Yes.
so she's got to
Yes.
have that aspect to it. And I'm kind of with her. I like using the Eagle for that stuff, but I would use the 350. I kind of like that smaller, lower GSM.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay, so here we go. Levi, how do you like your new detailing stool cart?
Dude, I already talked about it.
Gonna
I'll be
talk
using
about
it this weekend.
So, hey guys, got my order, and my wife loves her makeup removal cloths. Congratulations, David. You are a good husband.
Glad to hear
I've
it.
lost half my comment here.
They're back.
Where?
And my feminine side loves the facial cloths. It said.
Yes.
Oh,
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Tim's
there
just
we go.
scrolling, guys.
Okay,
It's
so
all right.
Tim, you can let it go. We can see like 16 comments down here. So I'll be booking a flight to Idaho or
Hey.
Seattle. Heck yeah, man!
All right, Ed.
Yeah, buddy.
Nice.
Come hang out. So,
That's cool.
yeah,
I like
hey
it.
guys, have you considered working with Dr. G to create your own microfiber wash?
Funny you mentioned that, Adam. That's all.
That
I'm
is
gonna
funny. All right, so Tim,
That's
do you
what I'm
have
saying.
many? Do you have many Morgan cars in Boise?
Morgan cars.
I live in the town they're made in, and watching Morgan detail.
Oh,
a
sorry, wrong
Morgan-
Morgan.
yeah,
He
we've got
doesn't
some-
mean like
would be
stance
pretty
cars.
cool.
He means like Morgan Aero 8s and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Oh, I see.
That's a Dane car. Weird cars. Yeah, buddy.
Morgans
Weird
are
cars.
Morgans are literally one of my favorite
I've
manufacturers.
never seen a Morgan.
Uh,
No, you
Lupo.
have. They're awesome.
Our friends at
Uh-huh.
Lupo Auto Salon have a couple of them.
Like
Lupo
classic
Motors.
style ones.
Yeah, well, no, they've had a couple of the
Do
newer
they have
ones.
an Aerosport?
They did at
or
one
something like
point,
that?
and then they had a couple old ones as well. And yeah, no, they're one of my favorite cars. Frames made out of wood, Anthony.
Yes.
Wooden
Wow.
framed car.
Are they made
Sounds
from ash?
dangerous.
It is
I think
very
they were
dangerous,
made from ash. I don't
but they're
know.
wicked.
I like to
Yeah.
live life dangerously.
Also, Weissman
Um,
GT, another cool car in that similar
They also
vein.
have a 3-wheeler that's pretty wicked.
Yeah, okay.
Everybody
here's
loves a
a
three-wheeler.
good question here. You want to read that off there?
What's the hardness level and gloss difference between a silicon dioxide coating versus a silica titanium dioxide, i.e. Polish Angel High Gloss Spray? So titanium is always going to be harder than the silicon dioxide. And as to gloss level, I'm still going to say silicon dioxide's glossier. So as to hardness level, that's subjective.
All right. So, favorite microfiber towels for rinseless washing?
Easy. Kind of go
Eagles.
around the horn.
The Eagles and Minxes.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's
well,
true.
that's spoiler alert. That's pretty much what we'd
Well,
all
have
say.
you ever felt a wet minx? A wet minx feels a little unreal.
It's a slimy. It's
I
a
was
slimy
gonna say,
towel.
you ever felt a wet minx? That's a weird sentence
Yeah,
to
it's
start
an
off
odd
with.
one.
Man, I ask that question all the time. You ever felt a weird minx? Try to get your hands on that thing. It's really the gestures I'm making with my hands are getting kind of
slippery.
weird.
Keeps trying to
All
run
right,
away.
let's keep
Oh.
going here. So, for O&R washes, do I need a drying aid, something to spray on while the surface is still wet? Or is O&R slick enough? I typically use the Dry Me a River.
You don't need one, but it's nice to have.
We have a video called Full Blown Drying Aids.
That's not the official name.
Full-blown drying aid.
Let's just say it was going to be the title, but it's literally called Drying Aids. Go to
That's our
one of our
unofficial
Optimum products
Yep.
videos, and Ivan uses the various drying aids with O&R that Optimum produces and that we have in store. And you can watch that video. You can see the differences. You don't need it, like Dane said, but it's fun to use with Optimum products.
And to continue answering that, O&R is able to be used if you want to like spray a little extra on an area and use that as your drying aid.
You can do that
Totally
too.
works too.
So I took my Suburban through the car wash this weekend. The actual the actual like scratch and sniff.
How dare you?
So the Suburban that I bought from Dane's dad.
Fast 5 Suburban.
The Fast 5 Suburban, hashtag Fast 5, hashtag
Unicorn.
Unicorn, hashtag RagForce1.
Vortec 8100.
It's I just ran it through the car wash, mostly so I could strip everything off of it.
Sure.
And it's not polished yet. I detailed it 3 years ago. So it's still really shiny and looking sharp.
It's like a
But it is
platinum-colored.
pewter. So
Oh yeah, pewter.
so what I did was I ran it through the car wash, but I didn't pack a towel or anything else. But I brought it home, and I grabbed my IK 1.5 that had O&R in it. And what I did was I sprayed O&R on the surface of the Suburban and dried the surface again and picked up all the little wet water spots and things like that were all over the surface from the car wash. So yes, you can use O&R kind of as a drying aid, and you can use it as a drying aid for if you're at the car wash, you're running your car through. You can grab some of that too. It's kind of counterintuitive, but it works.
That's spearmint flavor Fisherman Friend is amazing.
Oh, that's pretty dope.
That's good.
That's intense.
It's really good. I like it. If you guys don't know this, we aren't sponsored by Fisherman's Friends, but we got sent these by our friends at Color Lock.
Lars Pickard.
They are amazing. And
thank you, Lars.
All the flavor. Thanks, Lars. We've been eating these for a month now?
Yeah, it's been great.
We can't stop. So
Hans also sent us some goodies. I want to acknowledge Hans. Thank you.
Thank you for the goodies. We still have yet to break into all of them. I think they're still
podcast on Mondays when we're eating them.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're going to be cracking open the Stoop waffles.
So happy
My favorite thing ever made in the Netherlands.
I know. I'm so happy. I can't wait. Dane said we can't open any of them until the podcast.
Jeff and I accidentally already ate 2 of them.
Are you kidding me?
Apparently, I don't run a tight enough ship.
You cannot give me Stoop waffles. Or Jeffrey Hennen Stoop waffles.
You can't leave them out in the open, visible like that.
Cannot leave them open.
These are my favorite. I've actually just established that spearmint's my favorite.
I'm honestly surprised. Fisherman's Friend, I normally think it's going to be like this crazy thing.
Did you have one?
Yeah,
try one?
I got one.
It's good.
Morgan,
it's good.
Morgan,
No.
Morgan, drink the punch. Drink the
No.
Kool-Aid.
All right.
No.
All right, so moving on.
Is the Fluffle the best for drying and also removing polish? Yeah. It is, man. It works both.
Is the Puffle you can remove polish with it.
Yeah,
but
it's good. That's it. It's just good. You can do either one.
All right. So anyway,
yes.
she already answered.
Chase, go on. Does silicon titanium dioxide need to be removed in order for clear coat to be polished and corrected? Yes.
No.
If so, how can it be removed? Clay, prep, paint, APC, all those things plus polishing. Polishing is going to remove it.
Yeah.
It's the only way you can remove a coating is to polish it.
Oh man, my lungs.
Otherwise, it's probably
feel
not
good, all
coating,
open.
I feel really good.
It's like we're smoking some menthols.
So after slowing my machines down to 3 or 4, the pad's life and effectiveness are drastically better. I know,
exactly,
right?
And I think that it's like a psychology. It's a
psychological.
It's a psychological thing where you think faster is better, but because you're sitting there like I'm taking forever on this slow speed, but that slow speed is actually doing more than you realize, and it does make a big difference.
It's the old ice cube versus peanut butter, ice cube versus marshmallow thing.
So Aaron XP back to school on Monday.
Sorry, dude.
I know. I get it, man.
I'm excited because my kids are going back to school on Monday.
Morgan, do you go back to school on Monday?
No.
Oh.
She has extended break.
All right. So
Teddy's Built Beige.
I would love to hear more about Levi's technique and equipment used to polish a full car in as little as 30 minutes. Perhaps as a subject for a future video.
Again, one step, gentlemen. I'm using one polish, one pad on a normal Rupes 21. Now, the problem people have is they follow the 2x2 box method, the crosshatch method, and they're not watching the paint. If they're watching the reflection from their headlamp or the light that they have directed behind, and they're looking through the pad, they can literally run that machine however they want on the surface, as long as correction is happening.
Have you ever seen Jason Kilmer, Andy Ward polish?
I love watching Jason Kilmer, Andy Ward
those
polish.
Dudes polish. Those dudes polish like me.
Yeah.
And
it's
Matt
like
Ward.
A sweep.
Watching
motion.
those two polish last year, go throw down on a hood.
Sweep and scrub.
Watching that was exactly how Matt and I throw down on a hood.
Yeah, guys, look up some videos.
Matt
On these
Ward.
guys
Levi's
and how they
eyes
do it.
lit up.
I was like, finally, someone knows exactly how I do this. So I will say, you have to know how to use the machine. You have to know how to handle your tool.
You
have to
build
know
up to it.
Yeah, you have to be able to see through your backing plate and see into the clear coat and watch as it goes. And I will talk about this with a camera on my head when we do it with Morgan, and hopefully she will be able to see it. I'll show Anthony. Hopefully he'll be able to see it.
I already know what you're talking about.
But and I'm hoping you guys at home can see it. But it is a very higher level technique.
Yeah, it is.
People complain about stall.
Yeah.
I don't have issues with stall.
I think people have stall when you focus on that crosshatch technique and you really limit to yourself by that, because then you get to a portion, you say, oh, my pad's stopping here, but it has to go over that. And I'm like, completely change your body position, completely change your pad angle, completely change the way you're holding this, and scrub that, and get that area, and then move on.
And
right?
it's literally, like you said,
stuck there.
it's a scrub.
It's
we're
a
scrubbing the paint with the polish and the pad, and we're moving it back and forth. I'm not following a crosshatch pattern. I am in some stances, and some panels I will. If I need to get a little more correction, or I'll sit in one spot and not move the machine.
It's a case-by-case scenario.
And
Depends on the paint.
Well, and it's funny because you'll have a lot of detailers, especially like Jason, when they tell Matt, hey, don't film this because...
It'll blow people's mind.
Well, because it'll blow people's mind, but they also won't understand.
They don't.
And
Yeah.
the time
They'll
it
just complain.
explains to time
doing
it
it
takes to
wrong.
explain that they already have this way in their head, and they're not gonna come to that understanding.
The reality is they know what they're doing, and the results speak for themselves.
Yeah.
So
maybe we'll open that up to people, and maybe
it's that-
Maybe we'll get Andy and Jason down here, and I'll bring Matt over,
Preach.
Matt Ward,
I'm going to upset some people
and the
right
four of us
now.
will throw down.
I'm going to say it's the same kind of mental block that happens when you see people leave comments like, you're supposed to do the wheels first. It's the same kind of thing as that is you can approach these things
That
in
really
different
gets
ways
to
and still
Dane.
achieve
The
the
goal-
result. It
Dane
bothers me
hates
because I see
when
people
say the wheels first.
rag on him for
Yeah.
not doing the wheels first. And the reality is there are ways to do it efficiently without doing the wheels first.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But what do I
The
know?
biggest
I
thing,
don't know.
though, the biggest thing, Teddy, is to remember your job is to correct the paint, and however you get to that point is up to you. Plain and simple.
Yeah.
Whatever product you're using, whatever pad you're using, whatever technique you're using, as long as you're correcting the paint, it works. It's the same thing I say to folks about cleaning glass.
Yeah.
We make 6 different types of glass towels. People call and go, "What's the best glass towel?
Yeah.
What's the best glass
What's
towel for
what are
you?
What are you using right now, and what works for you?" Well, this and this works. Okay. Do you need to change it if it works? Well, no. Okay, then don't change it.
And by
Plain and
that same
simple.
token, when we talk about a product or we introduce a new product or something, we're not saying all products before that were bad. We're just saying here's an option that we found we like, and it's okay to go that
Yeah.
other route.
And I started out with that machine utilizing the 2x2 crosshatch pattern.
Yeah.
But then I started working with it more and more and getting familiar with it.
I still
and
think
playing
I
with
still
it.
think you should start
You
with
should
a crosshatch
always
pattern. You should
well,
always,
you should always start with that because you have to learn how to control the stall.
Yeah.
You have to learn how to control your body speed. You have to learn how to control the tool itself.
Yeah.
And if you can't do that,
Yeah. And the other
then-
thing, too, is most people aren't working with a headlight. Most people aren't working with proper lighting. So when you're doing the crosshatch technique, you'll be able to follow that snail trail of polish or compound, whatever you're using, to see where you have gone and see where you haven't. Whereas if you're using the scrubbing method or you're going more, you know what I mean, moving around more, you're going to say, oh, I see a line here and I see I went over here. Did I hit this area? Did I not hit this area? Right? Somebody that's not advanced like that isn't going to know that, and they're not
Yeah.
going to.
they're not looking for the defects. They're looking for the whole panel and saying,
Yeah,
what's
and they're
doing.
saying, "Oh,
Yeah.
I missed that area." It's not about missing that area. It's about literally getting that area perfect and then moving on to that next area. So,
Obviously, that's a great topic for a future video. We want to
All
make
right.
sure we get other people's questions.
Just got off
answered,
work.
too.
How's everyone day going? Good, Thomas. How you doing?
good, ma'am.
We had Traffic Film's a product that's used in red light cameras.
Ah,
Great.
I like that.
funny.
I see some foam cannons that fit on an air compressor. Do you guys like those? I used to use those, dude, a long time ago. Hey guys, Happy New Year. Should I register on the US site when I have a business here in Norway or the Europe site? Thinking about the business program. Didrik, Rag Company Europe is creating a business program. Get in touch with them at
man.
info@theragcompany.shop.
They're your new best friends.
Some people get butthurt about scratches. If it's sport car or luxury, then yes, you should be mad. But if it's a work vehicle, who cares? Exactly, Aaron. Distributors. Woo! All right, Puerto Rico.
Rico rocks.
Whippa!
Party!
Yeah,
Oh,
whippa!
man.
All right, it's our
All right, so here we
Boricua friends.
What is the easiest way to clean wheel wells in the winter when using a rinseless wash? Any special tricks?
Power clean.
Power Clean, O&R, Optimum Body Brush.
Yeah.
Easy peasy.
Done.
What do you guys think about hydrosilics and products like that?
Oh, let's top.
Oh, sorry.
Oop.
Is the OPT Ultra Clay Mitt the new staple
Ooh,
standard
above-
for
above
clay?
that.
Oh.
Wait,
What's the best towel for glass? Blue
Diamond.
Diamond Waffle Weave or your premium glass towel?
We just talked about
Up
that.
to you, Stack. Pick a poison and have fun with it.
Well, okay, I'll give him a little more satisfying answer than that. It's personal. I know. It's personal preference. So, what do you want? Do you want it to feel smooth when it's going across the surface, or do you want to get the most streak-free result possible? And then, are you like, well, I want something in the middle? Honestly, the diamond is going to be your way forward with that. If you want the kind of good in between that still is really streak-free. Otherwise, you may go waffle wave if you just hate that bunchy feeling. But it's all personal preference, so it's what you're looking for.
There you
All
go.
right, next up.
OPT Ultra Clay Mitt, the new staple standard for clay bars. What do you guys use mostly? That.
Yeah. I like the ultra clay towel. That's just me.
I use the
personally.
mitt because I love it so much.
Morgan, what do you like?
I like the towel.
Dane, what do you like?
I like the mitt.
There you go.
2 and 2.
Nobody
right.
said bar.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. What do you guys think about the Hydrosilux and products like it?
Yeah, it's good. That's it. It's good. We've tried it. We got some in the mail. We played with it. It's good. There's nothing wrong with the product.
No,
and the guy who invented it was awesome. Did a good job with it. So
The
that's
internet hype machine and anti-hype machine is just in full effect. The reality is
It's
most
a good
of these
product.
things are like not bad, not great, somewhere in the middle, something. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're good.
Have you used O&R through an airless paint sprayer? There's a YouTuber who did this. Also, can I run O&R through a Works HydroShot portable washer? Yes, Aaron.
I know who Aaron's talking about.
All
Yeah.
those things you can do. So,
Yeah.
Eric, hello, Levi, Dane, Anthony,
What
Morgan from
up,
Corpus
Aaron?
Christi.
What?
Howdy,
What's up,
howdy.
dude?
All right, so here. Cars at the dealership for an oil change. I said no need to wash. I have someone who takes care of it for me, myself, but didn't say that. Then realized that this could have sounded offensive.
Yeah. So
I mean, that's thoughtful of you to
They're
think
always
it might
gonna
sound
ask.
offensive,
Yeah.
but
for
you're
those of
looking
you-
out for your investment.
for those of you that are listening, maybe you don't know, but a car wash at a dealership is not a bad thing. It's just not a great thing.
It's a convenience
Let me
feature
just put
for
it this
people
way.
who do not care.
Me running my Suburban through that Jackson's on Broadway, that car wash, paying $8
Yeah.
and just running it through with my kids in the back, does a better job than if I took it to one of the local dealerships and had them wash it. Why is that?
I'll leave it
They
up to
both
you guys.
have brushes. They both are
Yeah.
spraying chemicals on the car. They both have blowers and dryers in their tunnel. What is it that you need to watch out for?
Chemicals.
Well, yeah, if you're going
No,
he said it's got a brush touch though.
Oh,
if
They
it's
both have brushes,
touchless-
and they're both brushes.
Yeah.
They're both identical washes. But what's the difference between me running mine through
well, it's a human.
and them running theirs through?
I was gonna say if you go to the dealership, it's gonna be human working on it
Yeah,
versus a machine that does the same thing over and over, automated.
there you go. So they're both machines, though.
Well, and in that case, so we could sit here awkwardly, or Levi
All
could
right,
say
here
what
we
he's
go.
trying to get at.
So I run it through the car wash. What do? I pull up, I punch in the code, and I pull the truck in. That's it. I wash it, I pull it out, it's done. Okay? Now, what does the dealership do?
Oh, they make you get out of it, and it disappears out of your line of sight.
And where does it go?
You don't
Lined
know.
up with the other cars to be washed.
Fair point.
So now there's
Yep.
7 or 8 of them in line, and they've got 2 kids, one pushing the cars, washing the cars through. The other one has a pressure washer, has a scrub brush,
Yep.
has some stuff. What the car wash may be safe, but what they're doing at the front is not safe. So I've walked through a dealership lot in the middle of summer, and there'll be 7 cars lined up.
Yeah.
And there'll be a 19-year-old kid working back there, and he will have a pressure washer, and he will have sprayed every single one of those cars with his 100-foot hose as they sit in line. In the middle of summer, on a 100-degree day, he's spraying the cars with water,
Yeah.
and he's letting them sit. Then he's taking the brush that they've been scrubbing every car with to scrub all the bugs off the front. He scrubs all the wheels. He scrubs the windshield. He puts a little bit on the hood and the sides, goes and dunks his brush back, goes to the next car as water's drying on the surface.
It's a dreaded
He gets
brush.
all the way to the 7th car. He's got soap and water on it, but the first car just barely went into the car wash. He's got to wait another 5 minutes to get one car in, then another 5 minutes, then another 5 minutes. The 7th car is now 45 minutes with soap and water sitting on it in a 100-degree temperature.
And I'm guessing it's
Before
not
it's even made it.
pH-balanced soap.
Well, it's pH balanced soap, but it's still 100 degrees on asphalt in the middle of summer. And it's a brush that has not been changed out all day.
Oh, guaranteed.
In a 25-gallon half, it's basically a 50-gallon drum cut in half that they make up their own soap and water in. That's what the difference is.
Gross.
It's just like when you go to a car wash and there's people standing there and you watch, and sometimes they'll have the bucket out front, and you see a guy like go wash his whole car down with it while he's waiting, but he never pre-washed it.
Yeah.
So he's basically dry brushing all over the side of the car with whatever somebody else used the wheels before. That's the difference.
Fair point.
A car wash can be safe if it's used properly. So
Yeah.
anyway, sorry guys. What recommendation for the English Minx towel, edgeless Minx, rinseless? What are scratches exactly? In the eyes, bunch of lines? Yes. Basically, they're defects. They're scratches. Aaron, go watch the Morgan Learns Detailing video where I explain it.
Excellent suggestion. We actually go into detail on that one, and it's from his point of view,
Yep.
so you see exactly what he's talking about.
What is the Bird Box Challenge? Go to Netflix and watch it. Connor Embry, donuts in Morgan's car? Lol. Would make for a great video on cleaning rubber off. You ever do donuts in your car? You ever burn some rubber?
Have you ever tried?
You ever tried?
I have stretched tires,
Oh,
Have you ever
they
tried
probably
it?
pop.
Have you ever
She's
tried
saying it'd be more exciting.
and I have
Drift it.
debeated a tire before.
You have had to eat a tire before?
No, debeated.
Ah, yeah. So that's probably not a good idea.
Oh.
Love the openness and love the openness and honesty from the TRC team. All of you give so much to the world of detailing community.
Thanks, man. We
Appreciate it, brother.
that.
Thanks, Jamie.
Aaron, is there any maintenance on a polisher? Yes, brushes need to be removed and replaced.
With time.
Simple.
Like a lot of time. So
They're
you're fine.
metal. They're little metal magnets that fit inside the brush, inside the side of the
Yeah.
polisher. You've
You'll-
got to replace those.
You'll generally be able to tell. when
God
it's
model.
God mode.
Yeah.
God, is that who said?
He's
Oh,
saying
an
God mode
exclamation
is what he's
point.
Oh, I
talking
God
thought-
mode.
okay,
Ha!
I thought that was an L.
Yeah, Ed. That's because that's what I do. That's the way I roll.
Have you tried? Have you tried Adam? Tried
Adam's
Adam
polish?
polish? If so, what is your thoughts?
I don't know if he literally means a polish or he just means in general Adam's products. 'cause I
Adam's
know-
polish. It's okay.
Adam's polish is okay. Morgan, what do you
Specifically.
think about Adam's polish?
Well, yeah.
I haven't tried the actual polish.
Okay.
Oh,
Like
okay.
the-
Well, I guess that clarifies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Levi, I also met my wife on MySpace. Got a
Oh
good
my
laugh when
God.
we tell people about
Yep.
that. Yeah.
I met my wife so she messaged me on MySpace and just said, "Hey, I just moved to Boise. You look really cool, and we've got the same kind of interests." And I was like, "Hey, that's cool. We all hang out here at this coffee shop. You should come check it out. But I do have a girlfriend."
Yeah.
And that was it. And she was like, "Okay, whatever, dude. Not going to talk to you again." And then she messaged me like 2 months later. She was like, "I ran into a mutual friend of yours." And I was like, "Oh, that's cool." And that's it. Then I saw her at a stoplight like 3 months later, and I was like, "Hey, that's that. I think I know her."
Yeah.
I was sitting right at the stoplight, and she was sitting in her car. I was like, "I think I know that girl." And I looked at her. She had a Social Distortion air freshener hanging, and I was like, "Well, that's cool." And then she pulled forward, and she had Utah plates, and I was like, "I think that's that Carly chick." And I chased her. I tried to get her attention to have her look at me,
Weird.
and we drove all the way from Chinden all the way to Warm Springs.
Was she not freaked out?
She
Yeah,
did
how
not
would
look
you
over.
react to
She
that?
did not look over at me once.
Oh.
I was honking my horn.
Knew.
She was
knew
freaked
you were
out, I
calling.
think.
She totally-
She goes, I'm so scared right now.
No,
oh my
She's like,
she
I
God.
don't
didn't
know
even.
what this guy's
well,
gonna do.
She told me she didn't even know. Then I got home and I messaged her. I was like, "I'm
That's a
that dude that
lie.
was trying to run you off the road.
Oh my
Uh,
God.
You
Hey,
actually
just
said
wanted to
that?
say hi." And then the next day she's like, "Holy cow! I didn't even notice that was you. That's crazy. What are you doing?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Nothing. You want to hang out tomorrow?" She was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Cool."
That
And
movie
that
never
was-
ends well.
That was January 20th, 2004 or 2005.
Oh my gosh.
We got married 6 months later.
Oh, man.
It's been 13 years.
Oh.
That's how that works, folks.
Congratulations.
So
That's
just
how you-
follow any cute girl at the stoplight.
Yeah, try and run her
basically.
off the road.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
It's foolproof,
They
right?
love it like that, especially when you're honking and you're trying to get
it's
them
a
on.
chase.
Like,
It's
hey,
really
hey,
exciting. Yeah.
Wow, look at me. You cut them off and then you slam on your brakes and you brake check them and then you get over.
Mm-hmm.
I was
Or
doing
maybe
the.
you don't.
I was just driving like myself. So
Wait,
Dane
which car
knows
were
that.
you in?
Okay.
My mom's Hyundai Santa Fe.
Oh, another Hyundai.
Wow.
All right.
I thought it was
So-
your old.
the-
I would have been running from that old.
It was a 2002, dude.
Or
Well, I
yeah,
had
so-
my 68 Cadillac then, too. but I
Get
wasn't
back
driving
on-
it.
So,
Sorry.
do microfiber revitalizers really work? Does microfiber wear out? What's the best way to care for microfiber?
So, microfiber revitalizers, yes. Microfiber wash is specific. You need to have a microfiber wash with a restorative agent. If you're only buying a microfiber refresher, you still need to wash the microfiber.
They're actually different products, but they're often marketed the same.
Refresher is more like a fabric softener.
But
So that's
they'll,
it.
they'll have names like microfiber wash or detergent.
Yeah.
So there's a few that really work. And
So
then
you
there's
need a
others that are just
restore
like
and a
refresher.
refresh combined. So easiest way, get a microfiber detergent or free and clear detergent, wash it, and then you're more than welcome to use a restore or revitalizer on top of that. It's no big deal.
White distilled
So
vinegar.
white distilled vinegar works really great. Distilled white vinegar
Yes, sorry.
works awesome. Half a cup in the bleach tray. All right. What is the life shelf on detailing products if untouched or unused, Aaron? These are great questions,
Yeah.
dude.
Excellent
It depends on the
questions.
product and depends on the temperature. If it's going through a cycle of a lot of hot and cold cycles, it's freezing, things like that, it might not last very long. If it's been sitting for more than a year or two, then I'd probably say get rid of it. If it's been sitting for 20 years, yes, don't use it. So
Bad
that's
things
it.
could
Pretty
happen.
simple, man. Any thoughts on the Kevin Brown polishing method? So Kevin Brown basically uses that same style that we were talking about. The key is to focus on the paint, not your technique. So that's it. So
You know what you're doing once you can feel and tell the difference.
yeah, still using Optibond tire gel for some clients and finding it hard to even out with the applicator. Any suggestion on proper application? Yeah, Ed, I usually do 2 applications. I do it heavy and I let it sit. So try that.
And I know
I mean,
Ed has
2,
to
like
be
I do
aware.
all the way around all 4 tires, then all the way around again, all 4 tires again.
Surely Ed is
So-
aware of TPC now.
Yeah, he does.
So do I use Just for Men or Dove to wash my truck? And do I use O&R to take a shower? And do I use OptiSeal as to dry myself?
Hell yeah, Luis.
Do it, man.
I don't know how I feel
Get-
about sealing those
get-
pors. That could end poorly.
Get weird with it, man. Go for it.
Yeah,
I
you might
hate
not
you.
feel good. You might
I
suffocate.
hate him.
You might suffocate. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
You ever see
All right,
Goldfinger?
so Cory Mather says, CarPro publishes a window of opportunity for layering C-quartz and applying reload 30 to 60 mins. Otherwise, you have to wait 24 hours planning my first coating and assuming I will go too slow.
No, you'll be fine, dude. Good luck.
Yeah.
It's have fun with it.
And you've applied that kind of stuff before, so you're familiar.
Yeah,
All right,
I
Dane?
am.
All right, next up, Aaron, XP. How many car can you use with OptiSeal? That tiny spray isn't going to cover the whole car. Ha ha! You'd be surprised.
The tiny 2-ounce bottle will do
That-
5 full sedans.
Believe it
Yeah.
or not, that little thing goes
I get
a
even further with
long
that
way.
because, I mean, a little goes such a long
It's-
way.
If you
yeah.
use that tiny 2-ounce bottle on one car, you are using way
Yeah.
too much.
Literally, dude, one spray psh, on a panel.
And
And
it
a panel is a
spreads
fender, a panel is a
all
door,
over.
a panel is a door, a panel is a roof, a panel is a hood. Psh, one spray
Yeah.
per
That's
panel. That's
really
it.
all it takes.
Yep.
And it'll protect just as good as if you went nuts and like overdid it. I
Yep.
mean, you get the same protection. There's no point in using all of it.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm all about the drying aids today. This guy, All Day Anthony, on Instagram posted that he used OptiClean as a drying aid. If he happens to be in the room, can he explain the process dilution ratio? I don't
Don't
know who
hype
you're
him
talking
up.
about.
Who?
Sorry, dude.
What? Huh? What?
Yeah, so Hans Closen, I hope you all like the stroopwafel and other candies. I thought you guys would like something like that. Don't eat all of it, though. You might end up on the toilet for a while.
That's Hans looking
Thanks,
out.
buddy. Appreciate
We'll
it.
talk about it more on the podcast next week before we go.
Going back really quick, I don't know what Russell is talking about, but I do want to say that, yeah, OptiSeal, you can use that as a drying aid at standard dilution, which is 3
He's
to 1.
talking about OptiClean.
Or OptiClean, yes, I'm sorry.
So 3 to 1.
OptiClean. So 3 to 1. Just spray it on as you're drying with O&R or soap and water, whatever you're doing. Basically, OptiClean just has more lubrication than
It's a
standard
waterless
O&R
wash.
does.
Yeah.
And it's going to give you the same amount of clean. It's not going to add necessarily any protection. So it's just going to make for a very smooth feel all around. And it also helps get some spots you may have missed. All right, going down. So PSI Studios. Flat rotary polishing or 15-degree tilt?
Depends on the
question.
panel, bud.
Yeah.
It depends on the edge and the curve and the line. 90% of the panel, if it's flat, you're going to be doing it flat. If it's got a corner or an edge or a lip or you're doing some edge work, sometimes a 15% or a 15 degree will work just fine. Are there any IDA Concept Auto Solutions? Are there any IDA CD courses going on in North Carolina in 2019? Get on the IDA website and look for it.
It's the best place to look.
Best place to look, man. Hans closing with the one step that Levi does. What kind of polish would you use and what pad? I use either Last Cut or I use Optimum's Hyper Polish and I use the orange HDO pad.
Morgan, read off the next question, please.
Best towel to remove polish and sealants.
Now, once again, that's personal preference, but we do have some recommendations.
For polish and sealants, assuming it's a really easy to remove polish, you can get away with like an Eagle 350 is great, and an Eagle 350 is also great for a sealant. Now, if you're working with something that's a little bit more stubborn, has a little bit more of a gumminess to it, going with like an edgeless 365 is awesome. 70-30 blend, has plenty of bite, but it's still soft enough on the softest of
The
paints.
difference is mainly in the pile length.
Yeah.
The shorter pile is going to be more aggressive, so you'll be able to have more bite when you're dealing with something that is giving you a little bit of pushback. But by having a longer pile, that has more give, it's more forgiving, but at the same time, the difficulty with that may be with a long pile, some other more difficult to remove products, it'll just kind of push it around and won't actually move it.
Aaron XP, can't believe that it's going to be 2019 and we're going to be in 2020.
I know, right?
Scary. That is scary. What happened? Is there any
You guys
movies?
know
on
that I'm
2000?
turning 39 next month?
Oh, what?
That's pretty crazy.
Oh.
Yeah,
It's pretty good stuff, right?
it is. It is pretty good stuff.
Pretty scary. I was talking to Augie yesterday, and he was getting in the tub, and I said, you realize in 10 years when you turn 15, it will be 2029,
Yeah.
and I will be turning 49.
Dude, I'm just saying.
And the
like,
and then my wife was like, you realize it's been 10 years since we did this. And I was like, that's not cool.
It's scary.
Like,
That's
but-
weird.
it really
but
is.
we really, like, honestly, though, they really need to step up the technology in terms of, like, jetpacks and whatnot, because, like, I'm really getting sick and tired of not having those accessible.
I agree
to us.
with you.
and
That
like
is a bunch of-
teleportation.
I just
Yeah.
feel like there will be a whole lot more
Dude,
deaths.
that's a bunch of BS. No, I mean, like,
Or at
really,
least
though.
like a helicopter that you
Give
could put
me
on like a
something-
pack and
Yeah.
fly around
Or
on.
it happens and then you wind up getting disappointed because like it's going to be jetpack technology, but it's all going to be automated self-driving, so you won't be
Anthony,
able to control it.
you
So it's
do
like
have-
you get what you want, but it's also disappointing. It's like having an awesome car and it only being
I
available
like
in
how
automatic.
I like how Anthony's complaining about jetpacks, and yet he has artificial intelligence in his home,
yeah.
as well as cameras,
It also,
as well as a robot to clean his floors.
I think
Yeah,
you came to
you know
regret
what?
that.
And
very
you want a
quickly.
jetpack.
They're focusing that technology in the wrong areas. Like, for example, The Rocketeer, right? That movie was based in, like, the 20s, right? Whatever it was.
Yeah, it's very
Little
yeah.
off
Yeah.
by a decade or two, but
No,
yes,
it's-
go
you
ahead.
know, good.
Whatever. Great movie. Give me that technology, let me fix that, patch that hole with a piece of gum so
Yeah.
I don't have a fuel leak. You know what I'm talking about, Dane?
Rocketeer is one of my favorite childhood
good movie.
movies.
It's a great movie. Go
Fight
watch
me.
it.
All
All right. So here we go. So straying from the 2x2 box routine has been the boogeyman for all the weekend warriors.
You're right, Ed. You're right. You should do a video on how to do a rotary polisher, Aaron XP. Aaron, I think if you go back and you check out our Rupes videos, where we were
Yes.
down there, Anthony picked up a bead with a rotary, and I think we had Jason Rose discuss the new rotary polisher to us.
We actually have a whole video on the
Yeah.
rotary.
Yeah, you can check it out. Go back on our YouTube channel and start scrolling.
Dan Holland, does Morgan have a voice?
Oh, burn!
Morgan, can you talk?
She's learning a lot of this detailing stuff
Yeah.
still.
Yeah.
She's definitely got the weekend warrior aspect of it. Like she's had some experience with that, but it's up to us to really train her and get her to that pro level, and then she'll feel more comfortable
Set her
speaking
free.
on some of these more complex questions. I mean, we got to be fair. Some
told her
stuff
she can
gets a
start
little
booking
complex.
some jobs too as well. She needs
Yeah.
to start getting some cars under her belt.
Oh man.
So dress the inside portion of the tires after wheels off. Detail your thoughts.
Can if you want.
Yeah,
I never
do it.
did.
Do it if you want to. I mean, go for
Word up from Minneapolis. That's right, Dan. Word up, dude. Love your channel.
Nice.
To the other Didrik, no wash, no sell TRC products in Norway. Norwash, I assume, is
Yeah.
the one that sells TRC products in Norway.
Yep.
Otherwise, you guys can reach out to Rag Company Europe.
That also works. They're based in the Netherlands.
Didrik, thanks. Levi, I just need to get my hands on some OTPC.
To the other Deirdre.
And
The
maybe some-
chances of two
Two
people.
Didriks.
How does that?
It's
Didriks
crazy. Didrik
with that
Danielson and
name.
Didrik
I feel like
Lysel.
that's not a common
Can you
name.
guys hang out depending
Yeah.
where you live? Like, go
Are
be
you both in the
friends.
Netherlands or
Yeah.
Norway?
Go be friends.
So Didrik, thanks Levi. I just need to get my hands on some OTPC and maybe some bead maker. Yes, you can find all that at the Rag Company Europe. So ragcompany.shop.
TPC is really cool.
Tidy Car. In the event nobody mentioned it. Happy anniversary, Rag Company.
Hey,
Thank you.
thanks for noticing.
Oh,
Celebrating
man,
this
just the
year
best.
our 20th anniversary of business. So pretty dope. Now the bead maker creates beads of water on the car. How serious concern should you be about the sun magnifying on your car? Well, it makes beads, but then when you drive it, it doesn't stay on the car. It washes off, it wipes right, blows right off.
Also, I mean, unless it's like a hard water, I mean, like it's not not a big deal. If it is hard water, then just like anything else, regardless of the beads, try to get it off or try to remove it. I mean,
It's up to you, man.
it's up to you. So, hello from Sherbrooke,
Yeah.
Quebec, Canada, to all the TRC team.
Hello.
Keep up the great work. Love all your videos and products. Thank you.
Appreciate it, man.
Solo Details. That's awesome, man. Here we go, Dane.
All right. Stack and Nolly, I think. What is the best, softest towel for drying? Pluffle, question mark. I always
Yes.
like answering this one because I'm Mr. Semantics when it comes to this stuff, and I know the internet loves semantics. So, prepare. Okay,
Here we
so
go.
I'll give you the short version of what I tell people when they're looking for their best drying towel, right? So what you generally want to do is figure out what kind of drying experience am I looking for. This is kind of like when you do glass towels and stuff. So in the case of drying, are you looking for something that you can just wipe the surface and it picks everything up the most quickly as possible? That might be the twist loop is going to be your friend in that case, like a twist twist or a twist and shout. Otherwise, if you're looking for something that's maybe kind of inexpensive but really, really absorbent and, travels easily, maybe you can fold it flatter, waffle weave is really excellent for that kind of thing. Then you've got the pluffle. And basically the pluffle takes your, longer eagle-type fibers and incorporates them into a waffle-style weave. And the reason you like the waffle weave is, of course, because it has more surface area. And by adding those eagle fibers, you're adding more surface area, but you're also adding a sort of safety buffer. And the reason you want that safety buffer is if you're working on paint that, for example, is so soft, that clear, that's just so soft, you look at it wrong and it scratches, right? So that's where you'd want to use the pluffle. The pluffle is like the ultra-safe drying towel. No, it's not going to give you the cleanest result when you wipe by, unless you're using like a drying aid or something usually, compared to like a twist loop or something. But the reason you get a pluffle and you use it is because you want the safest drying experience. That's not to say the others aren't safe, but it's if you're dealing with a really, really, tricky clear, something like that.
You better make
So
me
it's
a
just something to
sandwich.
think about.
What's the?
He's running away now.
So
All right.
Anthony went to make a sandwich earlier,
I just
and Morgan
bored
didn't
him
know
to death
that we
and
have.
he left. I'm
So
sorry.
we have a
guys.
bunch of sandwich. We have a bunch of sandwich making items in the kitchen downstairs.
No, you
Anyway.
all
Just
a little
purposely
bummed about
didn't tell
that.
me.
So
Uh,
yeah, I gave my semantics-laden answer, but that was like my super short version. Nobody wants to hear me talk forever about that.
There we go.
So.
Thank you, Dane. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Brennan Caldwell. Hey guys. Hey Morgan. Just got my detailer's helper belt from you all. Godsend. Thank you. Yes.
Yes.
You will not ever live without it. Solo
Davis.
details. How would you guys go about a winter quick clean in a self-service car wash? OptiClean pre-soak, then rinse off, then O&R wash? Well, yeah, you could do that. I'd honestly, here's what I do. I would use the pressure washer to pre-wash the surface of the vehicle first, knock all the sand and dirt off. Then I would pre-soak with OptiClean, and then I would wash with O&R. That's how I do it. Then I dry it. Easy. Ed, speaking of the detailer's helper, do you recommend any of the extra pouches they offer? I haven't tried any of the extra ones that Kevin sells. I have an HD belt myself that I only have 4 of the bags on that I use, and that's it. So
The beauty of it is you can switch them out if you have a different need on a given day. You can swap in a different pocket.
yeah,
But you throw like a whole polisher in one of those.
you can. That's more for like if you're working on an RV
Yeah.
or you got to go up a ladder.
Realistically, probably like a skin grip light or something like that goes in there.
Well, the
Some
bottle,
pads,
towels,
bottles,
stuff like that.
kind of stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sometimes tacos fit in there too, so that's good.
Don't mix your detailing products and tacos.
How about
together.
using dryer balls with microfiber? Do not do that. How many cars can you wash with one mixture of O&R? Well, 4 gallons of O&R, I can wash 6 cars with it, in case you were wondering. And that's because I trust it.
It's very efficient.
Delphine, hi there. What exactly does vinegar do to microfiber? Do you have to rinse it thoroughly afterwards? I only hand wash my towels, thanks.
Yeah, I'd rinse it.
Yeah,
pretty
you do need to
thoroughly.
rinse it again. When
might
we do
smell
when
a
we
little
do
like
put it in
vinegar.
there, we use it during the rinse cycle. So it gets in and then it gets rinsed and then it gets washed. So
But in her case, by hand.
yeah, so I would do the same, try and mimic the same thing. Chase, I remember once you heard you say in an episode to Anthony, if he were to bring a car back in 6 years to a dealership, they would be surprised. I had that experience today. Yes, that is
Yeah.
awesome. Good work. It's super cool when you bring a clean car to a dealership and they're like, oh, you want to trade this in? This is really nice. Oh my gosh. Even if it's kind of beat up, it's as long as it looks nice, they're stoked.
I think Anthony's dealership keeps trying to get him to take his Evo back to the dealership, and he's just too afraid to hand it off to anybody.
Yeah.
So he's really like that recall notice is sitting there. He's like, no, I'm not doing it.
So, Patty, veteran detail in Utah. Hey to all, you should do this chat around 9 p.m. and then I can watch it all live.
Well,
Levi,
we're
any
at home at
thoughts
that
on
time.
our lighting tower? I won't be offended if you haven't had time to check out the full video. I haven't yet, dude. I only saw what you posted on Instagram and then I commented. That thing's dope. It's got an arm and it folds and he cranks it and that
Ooh.
thing comes up and there's 9 or 10 lights on there, dude. It's badass.
That's
and he's
rad.
got all different types. So he's got LEDs, he's got daylight,
Yeah.
fluorescent, as well as daylight LED, and then soft. Like it's
I got to see this thing.
Patty, you went above and beyond, dude. That thing's dope. I love
Smells
it.
like boy in here. I just went from going from out there into here.
Oh,
I
okay.
think it's Morgan.
All right, Ed.
Rude.
Yes, on the TPC, just waiting to get my air compressor and 8mm HVLP gun. Good work, brother. MBR Auto Detail. What up, lady and gents? Would like to see more videos on running a detail shop and a mobile rig. Any plans in the works for more content like that in 2019? Yes. That's all I'm gonna say, dude. Yes.
We don't want to spoil everything. Also, because we come up with stuff on the spot a lot too.
Yeah. Do you guys find the temperature stays down when compounding with the last cut compounded microfiber pads opposed to other compounds? It is. It's a big benefit. Another detailer highlighted. Yes.
Yes, absolutely. It's one of my favorite parts about the last cut, other than the fact that it doesn't stain trim.
It's versatile, man.
Properly well-scrubbed tires turn brown only after driving through rain. Whether it is water-based or oil-based dressing, how can I prevent this?
Clean your tires with Power Clean, straight. Get them scrubbed. Then apply tire protection coating, and then you'll be fine.
I mean, that
Simple,
definitely
dude.
takes a lot of the repeat work out of it for a while.
They'll stay black for 6
Yeah.
months. So,
I don't think anything else does that right now.
No.
Out there.
Yeah.
Salvador, what do you guys think about the Rupes medium wool pad? I love it.
Great.
It's amazing.
Great pad. Really like it.
DJ
DJD Gold Coast, hello from Australia. Is it safe to use bead maker on top of Optimum gloss coat? Yes.
We did it to her
absolutely.
car.
Yep.
Actually, she did it to her
Yep.
car. So
And to all our listeners in Australia, Summer Nats is going on right now. Head on over, check out our PNS and Rag Company booth that carcareco.com is .au is using.
Yep.
they're our new
They're
distributor.
our new distributor over there. So we are in Australia. Stack, what's your favorite wash mitt? Cyclone. Didrik Lysol. Didrik Danielson. Ja, sir, det mitten det tränger åt
Oh, boy.
upendarte sinden sin för dessing ekonomi. I can see that, but they need to update their site because this site doesn't say much. I assume they're talking about Rag Company Europe. Ooh. Just reach out. Info at the Rag Company at theragcompany.shop.
Yep.
Talk to Ed and Patrick. Chase, safe tube bead maker of prescription eyeglasses with Orange Eagle 500 for rainy weather. Then wear them right away or allow them to cure overnight. I'd probably allow them to cure overnight. It's just you don't want to have bead maker on your eyeballs. It's off gassing.
Not a great feeling if it goes wrong.
This is only a few days since I subscribed, so I'm new to this channel.
Awesome.
Aw.
Thanks,
I'm glad
Aaron.
you're asking
Appreciate
all
you
these great
subscribing, dude.
questions.
This is
Yeah.
awesome. Love it.
Let's see. Finally made it to so let's just say less standards.
Loose standards. Finally made it to the live podcast.
Hey.
Thanks, Luis. Mark Abar, just got my order in a day, guys. Thanks very much. You guys rock. You're awesome. Thanks, Mark.
Thanks, Mark.
Also, glad you're wearing your PNS hoodie as well. Mark is a PNS distributor.
Nice.
What the heck? Everybody's wearing their PNS hoodies.
Yeah, dude. Have
Yeah,
you been
dude.
wearing it? It's dope.
Morgan, where's yours?
Oh, that's
Oh,
just
bird.
mean.
Bob Phillips, I need to text you and tell you to send us a medium PNS hoodie.
They didn't know about her when they gave them out.
Yeah. Okay. So
Right.
where are we at now?
Ed, selling to Norwash. Nice. Hard water is ice. Soft water is liquid. You're right, Aaron.
In the literal sense, absolutely.
How do you get more detailing clients? Also, what is the best way to hand out business cards? Literally just hand them out. So best way to get more detailing clients. If you've detailed someone's car and you have Facebook, ask them to become a friend of yours on Facebook. Take a picture of their car, block out their plate, and then post it on their Facebook page and talk about how great it was having them to detail their car. Hope they enjoy their clean car. Tag them on it. All of their friends will see that they got their car detailed by you, and they will then want to comment and ask for your information. Do this with every customer, and it will grow very rapidly.
Ensure you have their permission.
But make sure you ask them. And
But
make sure you
yes.
add them as a friend. It's harder to do it from a business page. So start out using it as a friend reference. People will get to learn to know you if you're just starting out.
It's
Easy.
what he did, and it works really well.
And business cards, hand them all out. I mean, just hand them out, dude. I do that still, and I'm the one that burns through the most business cards more than these guys. So, yeah. So, do you think the tools Matt at OG sells are the best for a mobile detailer? To start out, no, I don't.
Yeah, not to start.
I think that's something that you kind of work towards. But yeah, that's just me.
Yeah.
So,
No, I think that's fair.
super excited to get all 3 sprayers and see and test all the different options and dilutions. Great, Luis. Thanks, man.
Yeah.
JJ, thanks for fixing the audio feed. Left side was mute. Oh, did not know that.
Ooh.
You know, it's fun. We tweaked a lot of things. I know Tim on the other side is really happy that this is coming through loud and clear, so we're glad you like it too.
Nice. Aaron says, I'm graduating high school this year. Time fly 4 years ago. And I'm freshman and now senior. Wish me luck for next year because I might go to college.
Woo!
Yeah, Aaron,
Awesome,
go to
Aaron.
college.
Yeah, go to college,
yeah.
dude. I didn't finish college.
We're dropouts, so do better than us.
Yes. I wish I would have done better.
Yep.
I wish I would have done better in high school. I graduated with a 1.8 GPA.
Oh, my God.
Okay, I was better than that.
Oh my goodness.
It's called a super senior, folks.
Yeah.
Super
wow,
senior.
That's awesome.
All right.
All right.
I'm not proud of it.
So,
I look back and I go, why didn't I just do my homework?
All right. So Chase Guan. Is that Chase Gun?
Chase
Guan?
Yeah.
Guan, yeah.
Chase Guan. In my experience so far, even the Master Blaster 8 horsepower does not eliminate 100% of all water in side mirrors. Resort to spraying distilled water into side mirrors to minimize spotting after drying.
Yeah.
Cool.
Awesome.
Yeah, no, I have a 4 horsepower Master Blaster. I do my best to spray out the mirrors, but I also use O&R to wash, so I'm never super worried about any water trickling down. That's just me.
Yeah.
Let's see. Have you done detail on RV boat?
Yes.
I've done.
I am going to be doing a couple RVs this
Never
spring.
done a full boat by myself, but I've done an RV. I've helped try to knock out an RV.
Well, we know
Done a
our
lot
fair
of
share
boats,
of people who
and
do
I
almost
don't like doing them.
exclusively that. That's a lot of surface area.
Yeah.
Different
Hans,
stuff
what was
too.
causing the clicking sound? I don't know, dude. It's gone.
It
Yeah.
happened when we were live. It was
Yeah,
like an
only
internet
when we were
thing.
live. It was
So
internet
Jose, would you give your opinion on 007 gloss enhancer if I send it out to you guys?
Oh.
Ooh.
Yeah, we would,
Sure.
dude.
Yeah.
We would, absolutely.
5430 West State Street, Boise, Idaho 83703. It's our address.
It's
So
also on our website.
Yeah, you can find it there.
Diamo Minati, who from the TRC team is going to Waxstock UK this year?
Diamo! I love you, dude. All of us.
I don't know who is going
Maybe
there.
Morgan, but
Maybe
we
me.
know for sure the 3 of us are going to be
I
there.
don't know if I'm going to make it, but
Anthony's worried because it's his girlfriend's birthday, but what he doesn't understand is he should just take his girlfriend out like the week before we leave.
Yep.
And
I'm gonna
do something
I'm gonna
fun with her.
smuggle her into my
And then you
suitcase.
don't have to worry about it. You say, hey, babe, I have a work trip.
I'll poke some holes
But I'm
in there
gonna
so she
take
can
you-
breathe.
Oh
Pro
my
tip,
god.
smuggling doesn't
Camping.
work when you give away the goes right
But
before.
I'm going to take you camping with me, or we're going to go on a trip 3 weeks before I leave for the UK, and I apologize.
He had plenty of time
That's
to
what
think
you
about
shoulda
this,
done.
plan for it.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
Last year we even said we're going to the UK again, and he was like,
Yeah.
It's cool.
Why
well,
does my
you don't have to go. We can take Morgan.
Why does my drying towel over time start to repel water like it's hydrophobic? Good question. I do use spray wax as a drying aid, so is that the problem?
Yes.
Smiley face.
Mm-hmm.
So what you need to do, Casper, is add distilled white vinegar in your bleach or fabric softener tray in your washing machine, and it will help remove the wax. Anything that you're sealing on the paint is also going into the towel. So as you're trying to create a hydrophobic surface on your towel, on your paint, you're again doing that on the towel. That's it. So Aaron XP, you'll love all the awesome informational videos here. Didrik, yep. We already did that. Everyone at TLC with the Rupes medium wool pad. Yes, 302 Quest. We already
Oh,
did
did we
that.
do that? Okay.
Jep, I was talking to him about the Norwash. I loved it. That was great. Just found it funny to answer him in Norwegian. That was amazing. Anthony, nice of you to volunteer to buy Morgan a PNS hoodie.
No.
Exactly.
No.
I'll find out how much it costs and I'll get one for you.
Man, when we're not live, you should see the sass that flies.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Nah, I don't know what you're talking about.
Luis Vasquez, I burned through 200 business cards from Vistaprint. I got the fancy plastic cards and people love the presentation. That's right. A good business card goes a long way. So
make that good
What is
impression.
the best ceramic coating to use if it is your first time ceramic coating your car? Gloss
coat!
Easy.
Oh
Easy.
my gosh.
Well, it's what's on your car. What do you think of it so far in terms of just cleaning, stuff like that?
It literally makes it so much easier.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to see them apply it, go to her Wash Wednesday episode we did. That's a fun one.
Yep.
It's also where we met her, so I mean. What
There
else?
you go.
What is
Jamie,
next?
nice. You just promoted Morgan as the academic in the room. Yep. Cece, is it hard to do paint protection film? Yes. But there is trainings offered, and you should really take the trainings. But you're more welcome to start playing with it on your own. Totally fine.
Well, like, how did you feel when you started trying to vinyl wrap? It wasn't as easy as it
yeah,
looked.
it's difficult. Difficult, lemon difficult. When I first started detailing, I have no idea what is dilution. Is that happen to you? I'm used with ready-to-use products. Even detailing requires math. Not really good at math, lol. Me neither, Aaron, but I've been doing this for 22 years.
Not a math guy, but it makes sense
Yeah.
once you do it a few
College
times.
will help with that. Keep going.
Yeah.
Keep doing it,
Don't
man.
stop.
Hans, in the near future, I
yeah.
need to polish a 40-year-old BMW bike that has wire spoke wheels. Any tips for cleaning them? Never been touched by a detailer. Get yourself some wheel acid if you can, Hans, to spray those wire spokes. Save you so much time and clean them up so much better, dude. See if you can get some acid.
Wear protection.
Hydrofluoric acid. All right, Luis. Anybody?
Oh, also
yeah.
super excited to see all of you guys and introduce my wife and myself to you guys in Orlando.
Woo!
Awesome,
We'll see you
dude.
next week, brother.
Excited to see you, man. How can I purchase a PNS sweatshirt such as the swag you are sporting now?
Dude, I don't know. We got them as Christmas gifts from
They
PNS.
sent them to us,
I'm
but
assuming
I
they're gonna make them.
I'm sure they are.
I bet if you call them, just look up the PNS sales website. You can ask them.
Dane literally hasn't taken his off since he got it.
Yeah, he's
I
been
love it.
sleeping in it.
Yeah,
I
he's
love
been
it.
wearing it. Like Liz wore it for about a couple days, and then he took it back. And then Callie was wearing it, which is also weird.
I
We're like,
love
why
that.
is it?
Now I feel like I'm wearing Cali with
We're
all this
like-
dog fur.
we're like, what is this
Why would
dog
you put the
wearing-
sweatshirt on your dog? And he was like, it's New Year's. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, we were drinking. It was a
And
good
it's weird.
time.
All right.
She was cold. She was shivering. She's a Great Pyrenees with like 15 inches of fur. She was cold. Leave her alone.
It's just a long pile towel.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, where are we?
I don't know. Where's the list?
All right.
down to-
Christopher
yeah.
Pree. My wife and I just bought a house, and the stainless appliances were really spotty. I told my wife about Anthony's O and our beadmaker combo. She was blown away.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Nice. That's
Awesome.
that's how you do it, man, and that's how the addiction starts. Now have her start buying her chemicals for you that you can use,
And
you know,
towels.
and towels,
Silver
and then just set a
infused.
small amount aside for her and set the rest aside for you.
Yeah.
Just look out for the people who are super crazy about stainless steel cleaning because they'll come out of the woodwork at
Give
ya
them the bird
if
and
you
move
tell
on
them
with your
that's what
life.
you're using.
All right. Do you think that car wax strip soap a scam? Dish soap do the same because everyone say do not use dish soap because it's strip wax, but it for half the price.
Yeah, dude. Aaron, go for it. You're fine. You don't have to buy a strip soap.
Let's
It's
go use some Dawn.
just use Dawn. No reason.
Dawn.
And it's
Unless
all
you wanna
about-
spend-
It's all
you want
about
to spend the money,
chemistry.
spend it. Like, totally fine, dude. But if your goal is to strip everything and start fresh, just use Dawn. It's a piece of cake.
Should you rewash your car after compounding polishing it before putting on a sealant? What's so funny?
Oh, it's just
This
a funny
last comment
comment
that
that's
just
like
came
way
in.
down the line. She was checking further
Oh, it's
down
at the
line.
bottom now. It's at the
All
bottom.
Oh,
right.
there it is.
Should you rewash your car after compounding, polishing it, putting it on sealant? So rewash your car after compounding, polishing, but before putting it on sealant. No, Cece, what I like to use is I wipe the car down after compounding, polishing with O&R to remove any of the leftover compound and polish, and then I wipe the car down again with a paint prep or a alcohol wipe down, and then I put on my sealants.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Jose, have any of you guys tried any of Scott's Dallas Paint Correction products? If so,
I haven't.
what are your thoughts? We haven't.
No.
Sorry, man. Like,
Somebody wants to send them or something.
yeah, we haven't tried them at all. So good luck to
Nice.
Scott,
Good
and
nice.
Hope he has fun with them.
Special spot in
That's
my
all.
office for those. And so
He's always
how,
hoarding products.
how can I get dried up gum off carpet mat? I don't know about I don't have a steamer or any special equipment. Thanks for all your great videos.
Well, thank you.
You guys want to know?
I
Peanut
know.
butter.
You can use peanut butter
Peanut butter, yeah.
or
WD-40.
WD-40. Serious, WD-40.
WD-40 trick, yeah.
WD-40 and get yourself like a scraper.
Yeah.
Like you can go down to Home Depot, pick one up in the paint section. They're like $1, and get a little black plastic scraper, spray some WD-40 on the gum, and just work it,
Yeah.
and it'll come off.
Yeah.
So and then clean the spot. So JJ Pyrenees equals 650 GSM.
They
I love
are.
I'll go check when I get home.
It's
I'll put her on a scale.
amazing.
I'm sure she'll stay put, and
Of course.
we'll find out.
Pyrenees, that's awesome. Unheated garage up in the Great White North. What minimum temp do I need to compound polish a car? 68 degrees Fahrenheit. Dude, basically, as long as it's not freezing on you, that's where you're at. Anything below 32 degrees is not good. Also, if you're in an unheated garage and and it's cold, warm it up. Try and warm it up. Get a space heater.
Yeah.
Don't use like a gas heater in a closed area with no ventilation.
If
though.
you're
That's
cold, the
bad.
cars are cold. Bring them inside the
Yeah,
house.
yeah.
Bring 'em
Just drive
inside
it
the
through the damn front
cars
door.
are like family.
Yeah.
You can't leave them out in the cold.
Have you guys have you met Larry from Ammo NYC?
Yes.
You should make a collaborative video with him, like Matt. We have met Larry multiple times.
We have
Yeah.
met Larry multiple times. If you go back to our SEMA video, you'll see he was there. We were also with him when we were back east at our
Detailers
Domain event.
Yeah, you'll see some of his
So-
cars.
Who
and
knows?
stuff in
Maybe
there.
someday.
And
Yeah.
I met Larry last year at the Optimum or the Rupes grand opening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Him and Levi became good friends there.
Yeah.
So while
helps
walking
when
in
people
public, I noticed Rag Swag Got Fiber shirts tend to intrigue others and possibly causes a thought reaction. Comments such as, microfiber towels.
Astute
Yeah.
observation.
I'll be honest. I feel weird wearing this shirt around in public sometimes. Like I'll go to the gym and people look at me. And I'm like,
Yeah, I wear mine to the gym too.
I'm like,
It's funny.
I got fiber, man. It's healthy regardless of what
Yeah,
you're doing.
no, they're looking and they're thinking my nutritionist said I need to. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and they're like, why is that guy wearing a shirt about that? So you can remove traffic film with the stuff from.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
you can.
Yeah.
God.
You think, Sam?
Move
Excellent
on.
point,
Shots
Ed.
fired.
Excellent point.
Keep going.
How do you get stained wax off of the black plastic trim? So the reason you have stained wax on there is because you're using a wax that has a carrier solvent. It's either a mineral spirit or a petroleum distillate. What that is a dried out plastic. So what happened was you put a solvent on your plastic, and that's where it's kind of bleached out. So there's two ways to get it off. One, depending on the texture, you can grab some double-aught steel wool and a little bit of power clean, and you can clean it off. The other thing you can do is use a magic eraser, put a little bit of power clean, scrub it off. You're not going to remove all of it, but you're going to remove a bunch of it.
Yeah. Or you can take hyper polish.
You can take hyper polish.
on a towel and you can scrub it out. Hyper polish is safe on trim.
Yep.
I know that blows
And then
people's minds who
finally-
aren't used to that.
Yeah, and then finally wipe it all down with alcohol, and then put a nice coat of solution finish.
Solution finished by Chris West.
Yes.
The
The
very
very same. Yeah.
Put that on there, and it'll be amazing for like 2 years. So that's it, dude. That's literally all
That's
it
the way
is.
to go.
All
So-
right. So your go-to towel for nav screens.
Any 70-30 blend towel will work just fine.
I like a micro suede and the microfiber suede ones, or like the lens cloths. Generally, that kind of stuff works best on screens.
Dane loves micro suede. Him and Liz
Yeah.
like to wrap up in a big old blanket of micro suede. every
I
once in
use
while
a.
and
I just
watch
use a.
movie.
I literally just use a 365 for my nav screen.
Yeah, I use literally whatever I have in my glove box that I consider to be a nicer towel. So whether it's like an Eagle 350, Eagle Edgeless 365, and Edgeless 300,
Or dare I say a glove box towel?
or glove box towel.
box
That's also
towel if you were
happens to
lucky
be
enough to pick one up.
70-30. What's your best product to clean Alcantara, please?
That's
O&R?
probably yeah. I mean, that's the safe way to do it.
Yeah.
O&R.
Yeah.
O&R. I think if you look at for like dedicated
You can use carpet
Alcantara,
fabric, clean and protect.
there's a lot of different ways to clean it. I mean, ideally, if you look on the Alcantara website, it actually just tells you just use a damp towel, like a damp towel, and just lightly agitate it, and most of it will come up. But I understand that there is products that need more cleaning ability. So O&R is great. I think Sonax makes a decent Alcantara cleaner. That's not bad. It's pretty good. So check it out. Let's see. Any tips masking or fixing deepish head scratches in black plastic lower half of wing mirror other than just wow, that's a complex sentence.
You can sand it. What I usually do is get like a Scotch-Brite pad and try and Scotch-Brite the whole area, and then of the plastic, and then I'll just put solution finish over it. That kind of
That's true.
helps. It's the best.
It
You're
sounds
kinda-
horrifying at
You're
first,
kind of
but
sanding that scratch down. You're trying to remove those high points and stuff. So
Morgan, read the next one.
Which one were we just at? I was reading the bottom one.
we are down.
Luis Vasquez, right
Have
in
you
the middle.
guys ever used turtle wax and dry spray wax? I've been testing it, and it seems to work almost as good as Bead
Whoa.
Maker. Bold.
I've
Have
heard
dude.
like I know Turtle Wax gets some guff, but I've heard they had a few products recently that
I
did
know
better
exactly
than
what
people
you're
expect.
talking about. My roommate got a one of those
Kits.
for kits for
Yeah.
Christmas.
Yeah.
He had a turtle wax kit, and it came with that wax as you dry stuff. And
Oh, so have you seen it actually used and
Oh
stuff?
no,
then?
we actually no. I used it just not
Oh.
even I don't know, probably a couple weeks ago. He got it from
Nice.
his grandparents, and he was out washing his car in the yard because he was asking me how can I clean up my car really quick, and I told him here you go.
Wait,
And
what does he have?
It's his Jetta he got. It's his
Okay.
his steal of a Jetta he picked up. It's a 2014 Jetta.
Yeah.
But we went out there. I threw him a couple towels. I went and felt it. The drying feel is good. I like the fact that you can spray it on trim. You can spray it on glass. It does have a smooth feel, but nowhere near in comparison to the smooth feel that you still have after Bead Maker. It's just not, there's
Bead
just
Maker does
nothing-
Mm-hmm.
something weird, man. It's
Nothing like it, man.
Bead Maker's amazing.
I would say, okay, for everybody curious about more Bead Maker stuff, go check out our podcast episode where we sit down with David the chemist and talk about all the stuff that goes on when you're using Bead Maker. It's really interesting, and I think it answers a lot of questions people have.
Good stuff.
All right, what do we got up next?
Aaron XP, auto manufacturers going down lately. Ford stopped making car and GM laying off workers. We waste taxes on GM. Not really, buddy.
I mean,
They paid off all the money that they owed the government a long time ago, about 10
Yeah.
years ago.
I think they did it on
So,
time and everything,
Yep,
too.
they
so.
did. They were fine
Yeah.
with it. OPT Anders, when using Power Clean for interior, what is the recommended dilution? Have you read on the bottle? They say 1 to 3. Many videos you've made in OPT. It's a higher dilution ratio recommended. Yes, dude, I recommend 20 or 30 to 1 for
Yeah.
interiors. And I've made a video stating that with Ivan from Optimum. So go back and watch that.
Power Clean's one of those products that is very conditional, and we'll use different dilutions just based on the given case in a
Yeah,
day. And
you'll-
it can be 1 to 3, it can be 1 to 5, but like he's saying, when you're doing interior stuff, always go a little softer.
Yeah, and you'll just learn to kind of change things out on the
Yeah.
fly. That's like a big thing when it comes to using Power Clean. It's just you'll go from using something at 10 to 1 to 3 to 1 to 20 to 1. And it's all about doing a test spot, testing it out, seeing
Yep.
how it works. If it needs to be stronger, make it stronger. If it's doing an amazing job and you're like, oh, this is working too good, then maybe back it out a little bit and dilute a little bit more.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Love that solution finish. Saved me from replacing my fog light trim on my 11 Ford Fusion. Awesome.
I can relate
That's
on my
great.
Volvo. That trim's a pain.
Yeah, yeah. So it's that consumer don't want sedan anymore.
Yeah, Aaron, when I was graduating high school, trucks were the next big thing. Big trucks, 1998. There weren't any like Super Duties or Heavy Duties. Those came out in 2000, 2001, but everyone was starting to buy trucks because gas was still super cheap.
Yeah.
And Tahoes and Suburbans were starting to get made in four-door variants in those mid-90s.
To accommodate families.
To accommodate families were wanting to buy large SUVs. And large SUVs kind of took over the market until the gas crisis hit in 2008.
And those body-on-frame
And then those-
SUVs were not very efficient.
And
so
now everyone's finding a mix, like a hybrid between a car and a SUV, and everyone's flocking to those because they
crossovers.
work. Dane's got a C-Max.
Don't get me
You know,
wrong.
it's a
If
hybrid.
I had it my way, crossovers are not my thing, but I
how it's gonna-
understand it because it takes the appeal of the SUV for the average person and it mixes it with the fuel economy very similar to that of a car.
Yeah.
So it's no longer the argument of somebody getting an SUV and like, oh, why'd you buy that? It's terrible gas mileage. Well, not
and
anymore.
when I was in high school, if you had a 4-cylinder, you were dumb.
yeah,
Like that didn't make sense. You had to have
but
a 350.
5 cylinders are awesome.
You needed a 350 V8. You need to have this, and you need to have that, and,
Yeah.
and everybody wanted the 305 horsepower Camaro SS. And I have a 2014 Toyota Camry with a 4-cylinder that makes 187 horsepower, but it's quick for a 4,000-pound car. So I'm just saying, stuff changes, technology changes. The cars in 20 years are going to be light years ahead of what you're going through right now in high
Yeah.
school. So it's just how it goes, man. They may be bringing cars back again in 20 years. You never know. So OC Detail in New Jersey. Morgan, question for you. What's it like to work for a company like TRC? And what have been the challenges and the perks? And what were you looking for as you helped choose Grand Ambassadors? Thanks, guys. Well, one thing, she just found out we have a sandwich shop downstairs.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So that's a little bit.
It's ready to rock and roll.
That's shocking to me. Honestly, no one told me that.
It's
So
a perk.
we won't talk
It's a
about that.
Fringe benefit.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. I feel like I've learned so much so far, and obviously, like, there's just so much more. Like, as I'm sitting here listening to all these questions and everything, it's just a lot to take in. But it's so fun, and I don't know, challenges. I would say, like, when I first started working here, I was kind of overwhelmed with just like how many towels there were and like how many different uses there were for each one. But I feel like just through experience and stuff, like, it's become a lot more clear. So yeah.
Fair.
Yeah.
Very fair.
Anthony, you want to do the next one?
Deuce 9119. Anthony, what's your secret little trees air freshener combo that mimics something? Already using Levi's coconut peachy peach combo. It's awesome.
Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do I tell people this?
He doesn't want to
Yeah.
give his
I think you
secrets
should.
away. I think you should. It's
I've
live.
got
The
I've got
people
some
that come
extra
here-
coconut peachy peach in my truck if anybody needs some.
Oh no, I'm okay.
Any of you guys want to try it?
No, right now I'm on that black cherry clove air freshener. It's really good. It's
Thought he
a-
was
it's
talking
a-
about smoking
it's
for a
li-
second
No,
there.
it's a little trees. It's a little black, but it's got the cherry cloves on it or whatever it was. To answer your question, try a mix of the strawberry, one strawberry, and one cotton candy. You may need to do the 2 strawberries to 1 cotton candy because the cotton candy is pretty strong.
Got to get your dilution
You
ratios
got your
right.
dilution ratio right.
Your little
So-
tree dilution ratio.
So throw like 1 little tree strawberry in the back and throw the 2 strawberry or the other strawberry and the 1 cotton candy in the front, and it should even out, and it'll do the trick. All right, so moving down, is Zano still around?
Yes.
Levi.
Yep.
And if you're in the UK, you can reach it at cleanandshiny.co.uk.
Yep.
Aaron, I don't know why people hate Turtle Wax when Armor All product is bad as Turtle Wax. Turtle Wax is improving their product lately. You're correct. OC Detailing New Jersey. Side note, put O&R in my steamer for the first time with steaming and air freshener as I was cleaning. Incredible. Plus steam the vents, and the client loved the scent she got with the AC. Sweet tips. Awesome, dude.
Nice.
That's awesome. Aaron, XP, wait till gas prices are $4 and everyone goes back to sedans and small cars. It's like a cycle. Gas price go up, boost SUV sales, and price up, throw away. You're right, dude, but 10 years ago, they were giving away small cars with the purchase of a truck.
Literally, you could go to a dealership and they would include, here's a car along
Here's a
with that truck
Fiesta.
that you actually bought.
Here's a Fiesta with a new Ford
or
F-150.
here's
but
a Fiat 500 with your...
what you haven't noticed is all the truck manufacturers are creating turbo V6s. Ford has their twin turbo V6, the EcoBoosts, on there, and their highest EcoBoost gets 28 miles to the gallon.
The fuel economy on all these like eco turbos and stuff that you see now,
They're crazy.
It's really impressive. Now, one thing I will say is, for the used market, I'm not as keen on all these turbo super complicated like Volvo does their turbo supercharged crazy stuff on their new engine that they just put into everything. I'm a Volvo fan, but at the same time, that makes me a little worried for like future use, because I think on a used market that thing might eventually just crater itself. I don't know for the fact, but right now it's great. Like if you're leasing or you're buying and stuff, awesome. I just don't know how that's going to look 10, 15 years from now when it's like high miles and really used up.
Yeah. Yeah, that's just how it goes. Yeah. Cece, do you guys have a contract for your customers to sign? Also, what's the best method to accept credit card payments? Well, there's a lot of different ways. You can do Square, you can do all that kind of stuff. As to a contract for your customers to sign, what you're looking for is something to release liability for yourself. If you one thing you need to do is have insurance just in case anything does happen. I never had anything for my customers to sign because I had a good insurance policy. So I would just take their info, and so I get their name, address, phone number, all that stuff. I'd make them fill all that out and how they heard about me in the morning, first thing when they dropped off their car. And if they were borrowing a loaner car, I usually took a photo with my phone of their driver's license. That was it. But yeah, no, I had a good insurance policy, so I didn't worry about that kind of stuff. If you don't have an insurance policy, you probably should do that if you don't want to pay for stuff. But know that if you've signed something for your customers and they are not going to either pay you or, they're going to go after you for breaking or wrecking something, you probably don't want them as a customer. And you probably don't want that as a detailer because that kind of puts a bad taste in a customer's mouth when they're like, wait, what? And especially if you're saying like, yeah, if anything happens, I'm not responsible. That's not a good thing. So honesty is always the best method there. And I always recommended I take care of it. If anything happened, I'd take care of it. Yeah. So if they had a bad experience, I just erase the money, plain and simple. I just say, all right, you can have it for free then. It's not worth the hassle or the haggle of going like, all right, well, how about I give you $20 off or $40 off? I just say, no, you're fine. You're done. It's fine. Here's your money back.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. We're cool. And 90% of the time they came back because of that. So, don't know where we are.
Well, we got moved down a ways, I think.
We are running out of time, guys. So we're going to blast through these. We got 15 minutes left.
Let's get them.
Don't know what that was up top. Sorry, missed it. Chase, that mistake was 4 years ago. Ed, with my family of 6 and 2 dogs, I can't use this sedan no matter how gas prices go up. Exactly, Ed. I'm running out of room too. Matt, where the heck did Anthony go? I think he's in the bathroom. Delphine.
He's drank like 4 water bottles.
Any tip to clean small brushes that were used on wheels? Some really won't get clean no matter what. Spray them with Power Clean, rinse them out in your bucket or in the sink. That's about it. Klein, what's up, brother? Any plans on carrying P&S Carpet Bomber? Love your live shows. Thanks. Klein, you need to come in and say hello. We aren't going to be carrying it right now. We probably maybe will later this year. So, Ed, owning a Suburban has been our best investment for traveling as a family. I am absolutely in love with the Suburban. Like the Hennens, I have 2 children as well, and it seems to be working just fine. Don't know. Whoa, we're going too far, Tim.
Whoa, where are we? Okay.
Come on back down.
I use my phone
We've
here.
done like 3. Hold on, he's going.
Oh, he's adjusting.
All right. Matt, Delphine, use some Power Clean and rinse. Same thing. OC, question for Levi and Anthony. Books Type R and Highlander for correction and coating. Any experience with those paints? Any secret tips for piano black pillars as well? Dude, you're going to be fine. Toyota paint's fine. It's easy, simple. Piano black is okay. Not going to hurt anything. Just use orange pads and the last cut.
I was going to say, didn't Toyota use a white single stage up until like a year or 2 ago?
On some of the trucks, yes.
Yeah, on Tundras or something.
I just did a white Highlander, no issues. Griot's Garage 6-inch random orbital buffer or Chemical Guys Torx random orbital buffer. Both affordable entry-level buffer. I'd pick the Griot's.
Yeah.
That was me. How much coverage should a small detail operation have? Enough to cover everything. All your equipment. I mean, you got to imagine, dude, if your shop burned down,
would you be covered?
do you have everything covered? Especially if, let's say, it burned down and you have to be out of business for a while. And what do you have to live off of? Let's say you're out of business for 6 months. You need to have good coverage. I had a $2 million policy on my business. So
it sounds like a
at
lot,
a
but
minimum,
it adds up fast.
At an absolute minimum, you should have $250,000. Because what if you have a $200,000 car sitting in there and your building burns down on top of that car? You now have to pay for the car. You now have to replace everything that you had inside there, all your equipment. Maybe you had 10 grand worth of equipment, and you have to cover your expenses for the time that you are out of a job. So, and hey, the customer might sue you.
Yeah.
You don't know that. So
it's better to just
bare
be prepared.
minimum $250,000.
Yeah.
So,
That
and I've been
seems-
in a shop that's had shitty wiring, or crappy wiring.
It's okay, we're live. Hey.
And it's caught on, like, stuff's caught on fire while we're working on cars. So not good. So do it. Have it. How much coverage should a small, that was it. What's the worst part about detailing? Like a horror story. Never really had a horror story. I've had garbage cars.
We got a video about that. Detox, one of the early episodes.
Yeah, we have that. You can go look at Detox. We've got some stories. One of my guys, Matt, stuck his hand under a seat trying to grab a bunch of trash. Came back with a needle in his hand.
And he got a disease.
And he got a disease. He got Rocky Mountain flu or something after
It sounds like a joke, but it really happened, and it's terrible.
That's the thing.
Oh my god.
He's alive. He's okay.
Yeah, he's a good detailer too.
It's actually really good.
How do you guys like working for yourself, being an entrepreneur versus working for someone else or a company? Well, I'm the only one here that has lived most of his life working for myself. So now I actually work for a company. But when Dane's parents and I were having a talk, I kind of told them, I have a hard time working for people and having a boss when I've gone 20 years without a boss, technically.
It's an adjustment.
So you and I have to come to a certain agreement as to who we're going to be in charge of.
Yeah.
And
I think
we worked
it's
on
worked
it.
pretty good
Yeah.
so far.
Yeah, needless to say, Jeff punched Levi in the face.
Oh my God.
And I was like,
and
oh
I
my
was
God.
like, oh my gosh, I am so sorry. I'll
Yeah.
do whatever you need me
Yeah.
to.
Crazy how that
Wow.
happened.
No,
Jeez.
but a lot of it is it's fun because I still have the freedom to do what I want here. And these guys are like my brothers, and we just have fun
And sister.
doing what we do.
Yeah,
and
that's
That's
sister,
right. We're all
sorry.
siblings now, basically.
Yeah, so we just kind of have fun and do our job, and as long as work's getting done, we're all okay. And
That's
the rag company
what
kind of
matters.
fosters the ability to do this stuff.
I know it's
So-
kind of it's a weird, different kind of environment. I don't know. I like it. It's fun. You never know how it's gonna go, but it's fun.
So
Like when Dane
Oh
got
my God! What?
Gee, Davis,
What is
I love
this?
this. How often does Dane pick up at dinner?
Are you calling me fat? Are you calling
So
me fat?
Dane-
He's calling you cheap is what
Oh,
he's calling
calling
you.
it cheap.
Yeah.
Let's just put it this way. When we travel, we have to tell Dane to use his company card because each of us have a company card. They all have a limit on them, so in case we lose them or get stolen, we can't run up a bunch of stuff. But sometimes it's harder when I've got all the hotel rooms on my card. He's got the rental car on his card and gas and everything, and we're all creeping up to our limit. And Dane is sitting pretty with a zero balance on his card, and we're like, Dane, I think you're going to get dinner this night
That's life.
because I can't. My card's max, dude. We were on a trip. It was back-to-back trips, and my card hadn't been paid off or cleared yet, and I couldn't use my card.
It's
Yeah.
We
it's
had
the
to
way it
use
goes.
Dane's for most of the trip for the three of us. It was pretty funny.
It's true, but in the thing, because the thing is, we'll sit there and we'll get into a situation where we need to run one, and we're like, oh, that didn't go through. And
Mine got declined.
Yeah, and we're like,
Anthony's got declined.
and Levi's like, well, I just got back from a trip, and this is the second trip I've had to use. We're like,
in
oh,
less
that
than
makes,
10 days.
we're like that makes sense. And so it's funny because we're like, all right, Dane, and he's like, I guess. And I'm like, it's all coming from the same place.
It all
Needless
comes
to
out
say,
of our
we get it. We got
the
it.
same
It's good.
account. But
Moving
he's like,
on.
oh, my parents are
Moving
going to
on.
kill me.
Moving
Like,
on.
they already know what we're paying for.
Moving
I'm on
on.
the phone with your mom. She's telling me for you to use your card.
Moving
He's
on.
feeling attacked. He's feeling attacked.
Great
That's
show,
enough.
guys. Thanks.
That's enough
Thanks,
of
Ian.
that.
Ian's loving it. So where I lived, I parked under an elevated train. I parked under the
Ooh.
elevated train.
Like in Chicago, the
and
L?
tar dropped on my SUV. It's a regal red color, and I was able to get the tar off, but now I can't. But now I can these orange-like stains. Do you think polishing will work?
Oh.
Orange,
Orange, like little
maybe
little
not.
surface
Stains.
rust spots or something
Maybe
like
not.
orange?
Good luck,
We
though.
don't
Try
know. We don't know. Take it to professional.
it. Enjoyed the episode. How did you get into detailing? Thrash my hood on my car. 2001 Mitsubishi Galant. Starbucks napkins and hand sanitizer. Ooh, panic attack. Research McGuire's Ultimate Compound. Boom.
Done.
Good work, Chase. That's awesome.
That's
Oh, man.
hilarious.
That's
Panic
great.
attack. I like that was pointed out there.
Satterfield Detailing. Thoughts on McGuire's microfiber cutting discs. Ever use?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Years and years I used them until 3M decided not to manufacture them anymore and that they were dumb.
Well, and
So then every
yeah.
other company, Lake Country, Buff and Shine, released their microfiber pads. And then what did McGuire's do that is owned by 3M? Hey,
That was a
we need
mistake.
those pads back
yeah.
because people really want them. Oh, okay. I guess it was a problem. Oh, I didn't know. I guess we should bring them back. So yeah, dude. There you go.
All right, so here we go.
Matt, Hennessy.
Hennessy. Grios, because Chemical Guys customer service is absolute garbage. I like how I emphasize that. My 10 FX failed after 6 cars, and they wanted me to pay for it.
Yeah,
what is
that's
that?
not cool.
DJ number 2. Since you like Volvo, have you seen the new Polestar 1? It's totally amazing.
Yes.
Yeah, it's pretty dope. I love it too.
Dane, you
I
like
watched
it?
Shmee go up it in Goodwood Festival. That looked like a fun time. So, yeah, Polestar 1, I'm down.
Here's a question for you, Levi. What is the legal process to start a mobile detailing business from Jose here?
Pretty simple, dude. You just go down and fill out a business license at your city.
I just go
City
to
Hall.
I just go to a heavy traffic area with some some
that's a good
paper
way to do
towels
it,
and
yeah.
some Windex, and I just say, hey, let me clean your windshield.
Yeah,
for
a
you.
little-
And they're
little
like,
fly flag.
They're like,
Oh,
please
no,
stop.
no, you don't
please
ask.
stop.
You just go up and you
I
do
just
it.
go and I say, give me my money. Give it to me now.
Yeah.
You
This
make
is
a-
very
you make
uncomfortable.
That's how you do it.
You can make
man.
$100 in an
No,
hour.
but you go get your business license, and then from there you get your tax ID, you get all that stuff, and you can start your business. Pretty simple, dude. It's most states it's anywhere from $35 to $100. Just depends on the state. Aaron XP. I'm more into minivans. My family owns a Toyota Sienna since '08, still going strong. Yeah, dude. I like minivans too because there's lots of room. What's the deal with Zano? Is it any good?
Trails off.
It's good stuff. Well, he's 18, dude. Matt Valetto, hey Anthony, how you like the PS4 VR? Any games you recommend other than that Beat Saber?
Yes.
He's all
so
about Beat
let me go
Saber.
ahead and get on this for one quick
We
second.
got we've got like
we got
6
5
minutes.
Okay, hold on. Okay, so Beat Saber is amazing, right? A game not to play is the it's a shooting game. It starts with an F. I can't remember. Not Far Cry. It's called something else, but
It's called Fart Cry.
No, it comes with a gun.
Fresh
but-
Cry.
No,
Fresh
stop.
Saber.
I don't remember
That's
what it's
enough
called.
Fart Saber.
Shooting game starts with an F. It's terrifying. Don't play that at
It's called
night.
Freaky Shooting.
It's
That sounds like
freaky.
Fear.
It will mess with you.
Sounds like
Don't
Fear.
do
It
that.
probably is Fear.
Yeah.
Beat Saber is pretty much the only game that you need, though. So anyway, so Edmund says, TRC team, I can't thank you enough for the valuable advice, wisdom, and good humor you have shared with us through the videos and podcasts. May we never take you for granted. Happy
Aw.
20th.
Aw, Ed, we love you, brother.
Dude,
Too kind.
way to our hearts, man.
That's so amazing.
What a
You're awesome,
sweetheart
dude.
of a
Thank you.
guy.
Thanks
So,
for the QA, Cory. Appreciate it.
Cheers, man.
Thanks, man.
So we got Steve here. I'm glad to see I'm not the only crazy guy on Monster.
Chase, I think
Oh,
TRC's channel, podcast, and live chat has definitely created a stronger community incorporating education positivity. Really appreciate it. Look forward to it and makes my day. Thanks, Chase.
Thank you for
Thanks,
noticing.
man.
We tried.
Steve. Morgan, this one's all you.
Can we scroll down?
I'll scroll down
I mean,
here.
I guess I could read it on here too.
Yep.
Love you guys. You're so amazing at what you do. I should drop HVAC Global Projects Manager task and detail crazy cars for a living instead.
Oh, man.
There you go, man.
Yeah,
Do
dude.
it. Do it. Do it. Aaron
Um,
XP, what are your thoughts on wax costs like $350 or even $1,000? I know it's like Matt, but do you think that it costs too much?
That was like a game that
So-
retailers used to play back in the day.
So you're looking at like an expensive wax or an expensive wax job.
I think it's talking about those crazy price.
I will
waxes.
tell you that expensive wax is a very nice and beautiful thing, and I love it more than anything.
there are differences, but I think it's like.
But yeah, it's expensive and it's hard. So, all right.
honestly, you don't need it if you're just.
But you don't need it.
doing it as
Aloha
a job.
from
No.
Hawaii. I recently picked up Eagle 500 Creature Edgeless. Washed in original Tide, then wiped my car. Leaves lint string. How do I get rid of the lint?
Yeah.
Don't know what to tell you, Russ. Email us at levi@theragcompany.com and I will take care of it. Karan Patel, microfiber versus foam pads. Both.
Yeah.
Chris Marcial, would it make any sense to use a polish with a heavy cutting pad? Yes. Did you know that McGuire? I did not know that McGuire owned by 3M. Yeah, they got bought out about 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Best way to get rid of smoke smell from a smoker's car. We've got some white stuff right over there.
Yeah.
Whiff Out here.
Yeah, Whiff
so
Out.
Whiff Out was sent. It is by Whiff Industries. I really don't know how well this is going to get rid of a smoker smell, but I do know it does deodorize pretty much an entire room.
Biggest
with
way
just-
is to shampoo and clean every bit of fabric, as well as replace the cabin filter, and then use a
What is this?
ozone generator.
Terminator
That's the
enzyme
best way to
helps.
get rid of
I
it.
should smell the
Terminator
smell.
works awesome as well when you're cleaning. So do that. Matt Valetovo says Farpoint, I think.
That is it. That's it, Matt. You got it. Far points.
I told you. I
terrifying.
said that. Fart shop.
No, you did. You said it was fart
He's
something.
just making up stuff
Far
now.
point.
Been
All right.
trying to convince someone to try White Everest lineup since he always talks about Adam's white plush towels. Good. Do it, dude. Get him on there. Just buy him one and go. You could just swap it. He won't know the difference.
You actually would, probably wouldn't.
Peace out from West Palm Beach, Florida. Have a good night. See you, Luis. We'll
See
see
you,
you next
man.
week.
Adios, man.
Hans, almost 1 a.m., but I love the Q&A. Time for
Aw.
bed, dude. Go to sleep. Spoke
some
last
sleep.
week. The PPF on my M2 is from Lumar. Nice. Good work, Steve. Do you recommend I coat it with C-quartz and gliss? Sure.
Yeah.
It's not going to hurt it. Be just fine. All right. Is that it? I think so.
Oh, man.
All right,
Wait
guys.
A second. Nope, that is it.
Maybe stop smoking. Yeah, Didrik. That's the other thing.
Cheers.
Just don't smoke in your car.
Cheers, Whiff Out
So-
Industries.
All right, guys. Well, thank you for listening. Thank you for joining in. Thank you for all your comments. That was amazing. And Dane?
Absolutely, guys. Thank you so much for watching this live Q&A. We really enjoyed doing it. Next week, we probably won't be doing one because we're going to be busy.
We will
We are
be
in
at Mobile Tech
Florida
Expo.
At Mobile Tech Expo.
So hopefully get there and come see us.
We might do some live stuff while we're there, though, on Instagram and YouTube through our phones or something. We'll just see. But we're on the road, so, it's going to be a little bit different. That
Keep up with us on our Instagram, Rag Company. Dane and Anthony and Morgan will be sending pictures back and forth. You can check out mine, Rag Company Levi, and you can check out Great Dane Films as well as Morgan McMurry on Instagram. And you guys can keep us keep what we're doing, see what's going on.
Yeah.
We might do some live videos from our Facebook, so make sure you like us on Facebook.
Yes,
Yep.
absolutely.
Right
Just look for the Rag Company on Facebook. Also, the Rag Company podcast has a group as well as an actual business page on Facebook. So if you're on there, follow that stuff too. It keeps you up to date on what's going on.
go.
And by the way, you're on the Rag Company YouTube channel, but there is also a Rag Company podcast YouTube channel. So if you're subscribed to one, make sure you're subscribed to the other, because that's where you see us sit here and talk about stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, thank you
Cool.
so much for watching. It is time for us to go. So
See
Tim,
ya.
sign us away.
See it.
Adios.